Hello, everybody, and welcome, one and all, to the grand finale of our Persona 5 Royal Let's Play, doing Arsene only. And joining me once again is my brother Jude from Atama Workshop.
Hello.
And Nam is currently with us. He's just had to step out for a minute, but he'll be right back. And later on, Oziak will also be joining us. Why do we not have game audio? Where's that gone? That's very odd. Hang on. Good start. Okay.
Worked so well.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a see what's going on with that. There we go.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, let's fix that. There we go. So yeah, very quickly while we're just waiting for people to come in. So we'll just spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes just doing a couple of Tycoon card games, and then we will carry on and do the final boss, and then we will see the ending. So let's start playing seriously.
I'm kind of curious what Chai and Kawakami are talking about in front of the Reaper.
Well,
what the hell are they talking about? What do they got to talk about?
We'll go and see what they're talking about in a minute.
I'll pass.
Aha, jump scared you. I'm back.
Guess I should pass.
Okay. Oh, already a 3-spade reversal. Wow. Sweet.
I have never played this.
No?
I
Nope.
don't get the rules. I find it
Yeah.
hard to grasp.
After a couple of games, you can kind of get it.
I'll pass.
But yeah, basically, your cards have a value of 3 to 2, including the jacks, queens, and kings. And yes, I know that's weird that that 2 is the best card you could possibly get.
Do you know your
And yeah, so we just basically need to just get a higher number of valued card than they do.
I'll go with this.
But yes, as you saw with either Samira or Makoto there, I didn't quite catch who got it. You can instantly stop somebody's turn with an 8 card. Yeah, so right now it's my turn as well, so I'm gonna make a pair
This one.
so that they'll also have to make a pair. And you can also do the same with like a 3 of a kind or whatever. If you get 4 cards at the same time, that's a revolution, and then you'll basically reverse the value of the cards. So, like the jacks, kings, and queens, for example, would be the worst card, and so on.
I'm already lost.
This is insane.
It makes a lot more sense than I'm making it out to be, but yeah, it does take a couple of games to actually get it.
Sure.
I can only
We got some chat here. Avery Tube Studio says the boys are back.
Yeah,
And,
boy.
yeah, we are. Although Star Social says Jude not included. Rude. Ulysses
Yeah.
says can't believe we're finally here. Good Sunday to you all. Let's do this. Yep, we will finally get to kick Maruki's, or I guess not kick his ass, but have a spirited debate about the
We're gonna
moral
have-
implications of making everybody's lives better.
We're gonna have a thoughtful discussion of death.
Yeah. Bob Redemption says hi. Hello. Apple Brother says Nam.
No.
play.
Hello. And
No, where's the
Silas
cheer?
says hi as
Where's the
well.
cheer for us?
Yeah, where's our cheer?
This card. Okay.
You know, something that always stuck out as living rent-free in my head
Nothing.
was, to make this about myself for a second, when I made that Persona 5 video, I never talked about
I'll pass.
this entire, I guess, subsection, the Thieves' Den. I never talked about it.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's basically just a glorified gallery, so like it's not really much to say. But yeah, you do get to play this card game, which is pretty neat.
You can run
it's
around
cool.
as the other members.
Yeah, you can run around as the other members. There's just in-game achievements you can get, whatnot.
No moves.
Yeah, you can unlock the
Here.
all the cutscenes as well, including the original ending, which was a real bitch to do because that basically meant me playing the game 3 times.
I'll show you what I can do.
But yeah, got it in the end. I've got basically everything except for the Tycoon achievements here, which I need to spend more time with, and then I'll have like absolutely no reason to play this game, which is kind of sad, other than for fun.
This game is complex.
Can you explain it for people who don't play card games slowly? Okay, so you have, there's 2 people. You have decks of 40 cards. And there's a couple of things you got to consider. There's like a draw phase, standby phase, main phase. It doesn't really matter. But your decks are filled with monster spells and traps. All of them serve like different purposes. Like trap cards are like cards you can play instantly, and they all have like effects. You can only like summon one monster at a time.
Yeah.
But trap cards are cards you have to set like one turn beforehand, but they go in your spell and trap zone.
Yes, I'm taking it.
Except nowadays, trap cards kind of suck because they take like a turn, and modern Tycoon isn't as good as the old one.
You know what? That weirdly makes more sense than the Yu-Gi-Oh anime ever made it seem to be.
I followed that a lot better than this Tycoon explanation.
the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. I love it because like the early ass like manga chapters and anime, they didn't have rules. They just had cards that would work consistently within each episode, but like the actual rule set just like didn't exist.
Jesus.
Where's the blue eyes? Says Barbara Duff. It's right there. Blue eyes, white cat, or black cat, I guess.
Well, I mean, he's kind of white, so I guess.
Yeah, that's the question. Is Morgana wearing a mask or not?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do this right.
Who knows?
Your turn. I'm going.
God damn it, Makoto, you screwed me over.
No, just skip me. I think.
God damn it. I think
Is the
so.
goal
Joker
to get rid of
card
all
do?
your cards?
Play.
Yeah, pretty much. And this,
Pass.
the person who gets rid of all their cards first is the Tycoon.
Okay.
Um,
I'll go.
And the person who wins second is Rich.
Let's
The
try
third person that wins is the Beggar. Is Poor, rather, which is more in Morgana's case. And the last person is the Beggar, which you have to give 2 cards, I believe, in the next round.
I'll wait and see.
Poor.
Yeah, so I came in third, so I'm the poor man.
No excuses for that.
Imagine explaining pendulum. I don't even know how they work. It's like they're either they could be like they're like technically spell cards and monster cards, and they have like a number on each side.
Careful.
It's so
Turning this around.
it's so too much. It is too much.
No, thank you.
Like this?
Hey, one of the achievements requires you to win with everyone else having 10 or more cards this stylish substance. I did see that. That is freaking insane. I don't know how you do that. Like already Morgana's got less than 10 cards.
Then.
Let's build this up.
Imagine if that was like something you had to do for like a PlayStation trophy.
Oh god, no. No. Ah, Jesus.
I see.
Getting up there.
Doesn't The Witcher 3 have like a bunch of Gwent achievements? I can't remember. But you have to like spend ages doing Gwent just to get the achievements for the PlayStation stuff.
Pass. I'll pass.
Oh,
Which luckily
Jesus.
most of us do because most people got obsessed with Gwent once they got to it. But
Yeah, I only...
it was quite silly.
I played Witcher 3 like once and could not get Gwent at all.
Too bad.
But I can somehow get this.
Nothing here.
Come on.
Then.
Your turn. Let's get.
Damn it, Makoto. Jeez, she always has the brilliant cards.
I'll play too.
Sorry, I missed the message earlier. From Pinkle say if you don't spend your whole 100 hours of P5 gameplay by playing Tycoon or even playing it right,
Yeah.
I don't find it fun. I don't understand it properly. It just feels like things are happening in front of me and I have no control.
Try.
I enjoy it.
Spades.
What the hell's Commoner?
This'll do.
What's that got to do with anything?
Commoner, I believe since this is like the first round, it just sort of
Oh, that's just unfair.
goes to everybody, because nobody is a Tycoon or Rich or Beggar or whatever, so it's just sort of like a blank title.
This'll work just fine. Let's have fun. Oh, lucky indeed. Cards.
Do.
Can we play Uno instead, says Barbara Upton? Yes, please. I understand Uno.
I'll pass for now.
Okay,
Stay on the
I
defensive.
think I'm starting to grasp this game.
This card. This gotta be bold.
Yeah.
I expect a full hour-long discussion on your channel about it once this stream is over.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna. I said I got it. I didn't say I was gonna play it.
Stay in order.
Stop.
Oh, flushing that.
Instantly cancelled. Get a check in, I guess.
This card works. Let's keep it moving. Pass.
Damn it.
Nothing here. I'll go with this. Me again. Let's try this.
Damn it.
This card
Morgana, you dick.
Damn it.
here on my watch.
Yeah, the only way you can actually counter a Joker card is if, yep, as Sumeri just did, is with the 3 of spades.
I'll go with the pass.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. I don't know why the 3 of spades specifically, but that's one way you can do it. Yeah, so since Morgana didn't win again in this round, he's now the lowest of the class, so he's now the beggar. Let's do a 3 of a kind here.
Bankrupt? That is so fucking tragic.
Yeah.
I need a decisive win.
Damn it, Mikado.
This might get
No.
tricky. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
I'll
Okay,
go with
I could at
this.
least give you an 8
We'll
stop.
Start fresh.
Okay. Damn you, girl.
Oh, well.
That wasn't bad.
God damn. So I'm very unlucky with Tycoon. It seems. I was like playing this game earlier to refresh myself with the rules and all that, but yeah,
Not bad.
it was going a lot better than it is here, unfortunately. Yeah, sure.
Apple Brothers says I purchased physical 3DS copy of Dragon Quest 8, but when I put in my 3DS, I realized it was a European copy and I have an American 3DS.
Oh no, region locking.
Goddamn region locking. I have no idea why it is on the 3DS.
Yeah,
Let's go with the flow.
so
Because
pointless.
like we got
Pass.
you know, all the Game Boys, the Nintendo Switch is
Even play.
not really region locked.
I need a
You know, why is the 3DS and the DS had to be region locked specifically? It's just unnecessary,
Yeah,
but
it
that's
is.
Nintendo for you, I suppose.
And they're handhelds. Like, what are you gonna what are you gonna do? Get in trouble for bringing it somewhere else?
Yeah.
success. I've got a lot to
What the hell? Why the hell is Makoto getting all the 3 spade reversals?
No moves. Yay! I'm the tycoon.
What the hell? Sumeri's just like winning constantly.
I'll pass for now. Yeah, 3 cards. Pass.
You haven't gotten a chance to lay a single card down.
I don't
No,
think I have.
this
No.
this is how you're supposed to get the 10 cards achievement, all right?
Yeah.
Your
Is there one for you end up with just 10 cards at the end?
No.
I'm taking it. How about this? What a relief.
Damn it.
Guess I should pass.
I'm watching and I can see you sucks as stylish substance. No frickin' way. It's like card games are just generally luck based. Yeah, 20 points, so at least got some points.
I guess I won.
Makoto can see your cards because of your shirt, Josh. Yes, says Barbara Tupperton. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll do it anyway. All right, let's see what.
What the hell are you two
Yeah,
chatting
what are you two
about?
talking
We're
about?
Reaper.
What?
Damn.
Wait, what? You can sense emotion for? I thought it was just a statue. Is it alive? Are they keeping the Reaper prisoner?
I don't know. It's a good question, but yeah.
Frozen in time?
But yeah, as I said earlier, yeah, you can get the in-game achievements through here, and that's all. If you, if
100%.
yep, 100%.
Did
And
the whole Thieves Den?
was that?
You've done the whole Thieves Den?
Pretty much, yeah. Everything except for those Tycoon achievements. Those are separate to these ones. But yeah, you can watch the cutscenes here if you want to, because there's the music up here. You can place any statue you want here. This is just some of the stuff I put in.
That's spoilers for later.
Yes, slight spoilers for later, but yeah, we won't say what that is. So if we also just quickly go upstairs. Oh, the stairs are over here. Yeah, as I said, getting the original ending for this, that was an ordeal, because like I wanted to see all the new content on my first playthrough, but like that would also mean, you know, having to play the game again. If I wanted to get it in the Thieves Den. Oh, I didn't know you could play as regular Cat Morgana.
Yeah.
That's neat. But yeah, you can't really do anything with the other Phantom Thieves, unfortunately, while you're here. So that, Yeah, it's just,
Useful for cosplayers.
Yeah,
at least you get a
cool.
good look at the character costume.
you can have a good look at them. Yeah, but I mean, this is like playing as the Phantom Thieves before the Strikers came out. Yeah, there's Yaldabaoth just looking over us.
Can you sprint? with the
Yeah.
Phantom Thieves?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
can. It just doesn't look like you can. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's generally the Thieves then. It's just a big glorified gallery. I don't know why Makoto ended up being a mouse there. But anyway, so with that all done, let's just go and actually get to the real meat and potatoes of this stream. Let us go and fight Marquis. And we should mention, for those who have come in, we'll be given some brief thoughts, or brief overall thoughts on Persona 5 Royal in general, as the credits are rolling. But if you guys would like to do that too, you are more than welcome to in the live chat, and we will read them out for you when we've done our final thoughts. The only thing I would like for you guys to keep in mind is that if you could keep it to the character limit that the live chat allows, that would be brilliant, because you know, not only would that give more people a chance to share their thoughts, but we're also not reading out a whole thesis on why Persona 5 Royal is awesome.
Been concerned about a potential.
Keep it to one message.
Yes, if we can keep it to one message, that'd be great.
This reality.
TN93 says if you check the ending art for Sumire, you'll see an error they made there.
Truth.
Oh, right. What error was that?
What was that?
Forever.
Unless it's spoilery.
So,
Yeah.
Getting down to business.
Oh, the bad ending
To
art.
confirm with
That
you
is.
one last
I
time.
see.
Is there no other way to come to an
I have a
agreement
question,
besides
says Heather
fighting?
Collins. Hello again. Would you consider a no fusion run of Persona 4 Golden? Perhaps. I mean, I guess we're already sort of doing
But it's a
either an Izanagi only run in the future, or like
You'll never
AI party members. So
of loss.
I don't know.
The pain from
The only, I think, because I guess we can get the skill cards just by, you know, shuffle time or whatever, so we don't even have to fuse any personas at that point. To
Did I ever? Oh,
sorry, carry on. I'm all
I
done.
was about to say.
So,
Did I ever tell you my like
what happened with Rumi?
crack-headed Persona 3 challenge run that I thought of that may or may not like actually be possible?
She's
What's
still
that?
living in this world. You
Like, you know how that game forces you, the PS2 version, to use like AI controlled party members?
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could beat it by like only using the AI and passing all of Makoto's turns except for changing tactics.
I want all of you to live just
Jesus.
as happily as he is. But for Rumi's
I don't know.
happiness to last, I have to move on.
There are some fights where Makoto Yuki would have to do something.
Yeah, like obviously
Yeah.
those would be like exempt, where it's like the starting battle. But I'm thinking like
Stance will not change.
from then to like the ending.
Led to my game.
God,
doesn't have
fighting
to do
Nyx
anything.
would be
Yeah.
insane.
I now
having
recognize it as
having to
But
rely.
can you do it? That's the question. Can you do it?
Yeah, having to rely on your party members throughout the whole game. Jesus
personal life
Christ.
Will be happy in the
Yeah.
world we create.
Especially because if you scan certain ones,
After really considering every
like they become useless.
Views.
Basically, like they'll just keep doing the wrong move, or they'll just say they won't do anything or whatever.
ask, do you two?
So I don't know.
You'd have to switch him out and train up someone else, probably.
Yeah.
Good God, yeah, that would be a bit of an ordeal, but maybe it is possible. Didn't we watch this last stream?
We did, yes, but you know,
Oh, it's
not everybody came in last week, so we may as well
This
let
issue doesn't
people
only affect
catch up.
you. Akechi, this
And Barbara
involves
Dupperton
you.
says, I think I remember Erica cosplaying her dog as Morgana from the dancing game. I think that is on her Twitter page, yes.
Yeah.
What do these
Erica
two have to
Harlickers.
do with-
The relationship you two share.
Why Morgana though? It's Koromaru outfits you could have done.
Phantom Thief. Despite being enemies, your relationship isn't based on hatred or.
And Stylish Substance says, currently working on the physical only run and starting Operation. What the hell?
In Shido's palace.
In Persona 3? Good God.
What the hell? Sorry, physical only run. What the heck is that? How do you do that? What about the ones that are immune to physical?
Yeah. Or at the very least, resist it like the big Hulk Hogan shadows.
Yeah, or reflect it.
How things.
I think there's a guy that.
you
there-
two came to a deep
Oh,
understanding. of
Persona 5 Royal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No
I
choice.
was about to say, I think there's a guy in Persona 3 that just straight up nulls every physical attack.
Reality where you
Ah.
two could have a
I
friend.
think he's like a mandatory Tartarus boss too.
I think I might know the one you mean, yeah.
After all this, that's what you have to say.
I'd be interested to see this Persona 3 run you were suggesting here. with no Makoto Yuki. That just sounds really weird, and I kind of want to see it.
Get what I'm
It's like I was thinking about it. It's like you said Imagine Nix. That you'd have to get like everyone to 99.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll run out of SP.
Even then,
I just want you all to
I
accept.
think you could do it
Move on with
with
your
enough
lives.
time. I think you could do it.
time and patience,
Yeah.
Don't tell me you think dangling my
trial and error a lot as well.
Yeah, I d-
Gotta try and fight the Reaper too, surely.
Yeah,
Oh,
cause, yeah, because if you want to get to the extra area, I forget the name of it currently, but
Yeah,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
want Monad, you have to.
Monad, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to get to
And-
Monad, you got to fight Reaper.
I had a gap in my memory that ended.
And like, I guess it would kind of go, like, the way I was imagining it, it'd be that the only thing you could do
Of course.
was like change tactics, but also like change out your persona so he doesn't get like killed instantly.
Of the matter still wouldn't dissuade you, Akechi.
Jeez.
But how about you?
Ezra Humphrey says, I just beat the Minotaur in SMT4. That game is just painfully hard.
That's what Akechi could have
It is pretty brutal at the start.
It's funny because it actually gets easier from that point on.
Yeah.
That boss is insanely hard.
Was it like Matador, where like it's just kind of
Basically.
like an upfront challenge, and then once you get past it, it's a bit easier because you get a better understanding.
Yeah, sort
Kind
of.
of, but sort of, but it's also like worse because
Sounds of ill will.
he nulls fire, but then there's a chance your partner you get at the start of the battle will only use fire.
Mm.
Perhaps I shouldn't ask you for an answer on the spot like that. I'll be going now.
I think the main thing that just annoys me most about SMT4 so far is just that the low-leveled enemies just still hurt a freaking ton.
That's right.
Like, even if you're like 30 levels above them. Al Siduk, hello, says, oh, another stream. Cool, let's... Wait, Oziak is here. See ya!
Do this.
It's not here yet,
Alice tomorrow.
but you can stay for a little bit longer.
Still haven't changed your mind by then. We'll meet there. But if you don't show, I'll take that to mean you've
Yeah, he did mention he was going to be like maybe half an hour or so, but he should be here soon.
What
You
Uh,
have to sacrifice your soul to the RNG gods if you want to do a no Makoto run, says
Yeah.
Pinkle. Yeah. I can just imagine the kind of like if you had to try a thing multiple times, just the sheer amount of variance in each try.
will carve
There
me
should just be nothing would be guaranteed
to accept a
at all. That'd
Prompted
just
by
be
someone else.
nightmare.
stuck under their control for the rest of
I
the
think I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to see somebody do it,
Yeah.
What
especially for once as well, where you've got like the train.
you have to do
Where you don't have a save for quite a while.
so spineless.
And if you bolt it up, you go way back. And the one with the tank and everything, like, there's a long period where you don't get to save in certain sections of P3. And if you die, you have to redo, you know, a
Yeah.
good at least half hour's worth of stuff
Of all
to get back to where you were, just to even have an attempt again.
Yeah.
Like, it just sounds like a nightmare, but I kind of want to see somebody suffer through it.
on the matter.
I'm not doing it.
A betrayal of my wishes.
Not on this and not on these streams anyway.
Hear you say it aloud. What do you
Hail, there was an Atlas survey not so long ago for North American fans. It might still be open for a little while. Yeah, because yet again, apparently Europe doesn't exist to Atlas.
Yeah.
answer me?
We barely get any sales as it is, and when we do, it's usually either Devil Survivor 2 or Soul Hackers 1. Those are the only two games we get on sale.
Relieved to hear it.
Yeah.
Really? You guys never got the other ones on sale?
Nope.
We did a few years ago when like Persona Q2 was fairly new,
Let's go.
but then we haven't had those games on sale ever again.
3DS Store's on its way out, but still no sale.
Yep. I had to pay all the games in full, and I didn't even have the money for it. I had to have birthday money sent to me for it.
Really?
Yep.
It's insane.
Huh.
They just never do a Europe sale
Yeah.
for some reason.
I just find it funny as well with that survey, going back to that they expected you to, like, it probably doesn't take 45 minutes in actuality, but it was just so funny that they expected people to take 45 minutes out of their day to, like, actually fill in this survey.
As far as the eye can see.
When, you know, they should already friggin' know what we want from them.
Yeah, they did a survey about like, do you want more Switch ports?
Yeah.
Remember that time
Or
when they made a
Switch games.
survey and they're like, "Do you guys really want strikers? Like, are you sure?"
Yeah.
It's like,
Do we want a sequel to one of the most popular JRPGs in recent years?
and I think they only said that, like, asked that because like nobody, like, apparently Persona 3 and 5 Dancing, rightfully bombed. But it's like,
Did 3?
yes. Oh yeah, they both sold like
Yeah.
like 15,000 copies when they came
Oh.
out.
I could see that for 5 certainly, but I'd have thought 3 would do okay.
All right, we're all here.
Moonlight, I guess is what
Yeah.
I should
Our
say.
final
Yeah.
battle. Maruki.
The only one I
So
like
we
is
gave him the
4.
calling card.
I don't like 3 or 5.
4. It's 4, 3, 5. in
Yeah,
my
I would say
opinion.
so too.
You realize there's no backing out now, right?
And in a moment, we'll be getting possibly my all-time favorite Persona music ever in the entire series, I believe. And you only get to hear it for like 30 seconds.
Oh, you said "I believe" like you were starting off like a sentence, not like.
You believe what, Josh? Get to the
Let's
point.
take back what belongs to us. Our own reality.
Wouldn't a no Makoto run be basically a no Persona run, says TNOP?
I guess so, yeah.
I guess if you're not counting that the other party members are using their personas.
I'd say you should be allowed to at least change it because
Yeah, I guess outside of combat, if you can change it, maybe.
yeah. Because I just want to wait so he doesn't die instantly. Like I've thought about like just hacking the game and making him invincible. It's like, and if everyone else dies and he stays alive, it's like sure
Yeah.
then like that just counts as a game over.
Yeah. I would think if what would be still in keeping with the run is if you can change the persona but only outside of the battle. So you have to go in thinking, what's my best bet here to survive this, and leave it and hope that the AI can take over. Because I feel like if you change personas mid-battle, then that kind of counts as that kind of counts as his
It counts as
turn.
like an action. Yeah.
It does, yeah. I mean, because that ends the turn, so it sort of ends the turn in a way. Not technically, but I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know that we need to add more difficult things to the run, though.
No,
it's
not
already
really.
difficult enough. That would
Well, yeah,
make it even
and
worse.
I also thought of like you are allowed to agree to doing all-out attacks because that's technically a leader thing.
Alrighty. So we're all set up. Let's go.
That's some of the best like menu music I heard in a long time.
Yeah.
This is actually just the elevator music for getting up to him.
God damn it, Shoji Meguro is so good he can even make elevator music sound cool.
Come on up. I'll meet with you at the center.
What did you think about Persona Arena Ultimax on consoles? Did you enjoy?
We got it on PC, or at least me, Nam and I did. But yeah, it was pretty decent enough. It was a shame that the playing online crashed a fair bit at launch. I think they fixed it since then, but yeah, it's pretty solid. A pretty solid port, I think.
I know me and my friends are just we're just waiting for rollback netcode to be
Yeah.
implemented before we play more of it. But I did put a lot of time into it when it came out because I I got an early copy of that game, but like I fucked up because I had the game pre-ordered on my main account.
Oh dear.
And I didn't think about just canceling the pre-order because I saw the code didn't work and I instantly thought, oh well, I can't use it. So what I did was I made a new Steam account and all it has on it is just Ultimax.
Jesus.
So I
Congrats,
playtime's
you
all,
played
like,
yourself.
horribly. Yeah, my playtime's
Yeah.
all fucked up.
I feel like it would have been nicer to maybe just have a Persona 5 arena, but at the same time, it is nice to see it all HDI'd and a bit smoother and everything.
Hmm.
Looks like I have your answer.
I always choose the second option here just because of how sincere Maruki sounds afterwards.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. Now, let's begin. If you win, my heart will be changed. However, if I win,
That's
my
why we're here.
reality becomes the true reality.
Yeah, we know
I
this.
will overwrite all of existence with my own cognition. I'm not.
Barbara Dumpster says, Atlas, do you want more mouthwash and cafes? Yes.
What the?
want more
Mouthwash
Persona
was the
stuff?
You have your own beliefs.
cafes, I think.
I too
Yeah.
have no intention of changing my plans.
You want
for
some
reality.
limited
No matter
branded
what
ice
happens
cream?
to me in the end, I will fit
Only in Japan.
Only in Japan.
world.
It's like a monkey's paw wish. Like, can we get more Persona announcements? Okay.
Yeah.
This is my favorite song.
It's actually my favorite outfit in the game.
His apparel just
Okay. And there it is.
Oh, and they bricked it. They bricked it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It looked cool, and then they ruined it. Okay.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Just needed to be a little shorter. I get that
Yeah,
they're trying.
no bigger than his head.
I get that they're
That's
trying to
it.
make him like seem like, I don't know, some sort of like Pope type, figure, but
No way.
yeah, it just still looks silly. It looks friggin' ridiculous. Some people in the comments were calling me out, calling this ridiculous, but I'm sorry. I still think it does look absolutely
It's-
silly.
It's absolutely stupid.
I think
I
it's the
did
mask that
suggest-
looks dumb.
Yeah, it's the mask. That's what we were saying. Up until it gets to the mask, it's fine, but it's just the mask that ruins it.
Yeah.
persona guides me.
I guess as well, the weird kind of bodysuit underneath isn't the best.
Yeah.
The cape's cool.
Dr. Maruki.
The
Yeah,
staff
it's
is
like
cool.
it's like a poncho or something, isn't it?
Yeah. I think if the mask was just if it's no taller than his head, then it would have been better.
Hmm.
If it literally was just kind of maybe stopped midway at the forehead or something,
Yeah.
would have been way better.
Yeah, so the gimmick with this is that we don't want to be aiming for Maruki himself, because, Azathoth will heal him no matter how many times you hit him, or how much damage you do to him. So we need to ensure that we get all of these tentacles down. The more tentacles you take down, the more damage you'll do to Azathoth, because as you can see there, right now he does, we do pitiful damage against him.
Persona's definitely trouble.
Okie dokie.
Ella. Good job, Violet.
Okay, let's get past the heart.
I didn't know there was an instrument. I didn't remember there was an instrumental bit here. I thought it was straight into
Yeah,
Throwing Mask Away.
it for some reason has a different name too, but I can't remember what exactly it was. Somebody in the chat, I'm sure, will point it out to me.
Saw that.
Nice! Well done, everybody.
Awesome.
Pinkle says, my question is, where did the glasses go? How is Marky able to see right now?
The instrumental is called "Keep Your Faith."
That's the one.
Ah.
Thank you.
You're mine.
I guess similar to Joker with his mask, like he doesn't need his glasses anymore, so
I guess, maybe.
maybe the mask just gives him special sight powers.
He's just farsighted.
Yeah.
He just can't see things really close to him. So it's just like that's
Take
why he's
this.
standing so far away.
I want to say Haru. Is it Haru? Yeah.
Okay. Which one of these is going to be weak to curse? Guess we'll need to find out. Let's not that. Okay, let's maybe use Masquerade on Azathoth.
Stanislav's hot take. I prefer threes dancing remixes to fours. Five still sucks. Well, yeah.
Well,
Ken's Mass Destruction remix.
Yeah. It's got a lot of good songs. I think most of them are Burn My Dread. I want to say off the top of my head, but I would still say four had better songs.
Yeah, I would also say so. All right, I'm just gonna
Four
heal
dancing. This
Joker.
is
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No time for thanks.
Matthew Quintero is asking. Oziak, yes, he is on his way. He has slight delay. He should be with us any moment.
Yes.
Pretty sure there's. I think there's guys that are weak to physical. Like
Yeah,
some of
you
the
might be
hands.
right, actually. I'll pass to Samiri then in that case and have her do... does she have Vorpal Blade? Yes, she does. So let's try that. Ah, good shout. Thank you.
I'm just trying to remember. what
Yeah,
it
it's
was
been
like, but-
it's been a while since I've done the Maruki fight. So yeah, I guess we'll pass the Joker, do Megadolion, and then Akechi can hit Azathoth.
Hand
Oh,
on
the
the right
Day
looks like
Mask
it's
remix of
waving.
Shadow World. Yeah, that thing is like a joke. It's like if that was paid, if you had to pay for Day Mouse remixes of Shadow World, I would have gone insane.
Yeah.
This is my soul.
Okay, not doing too badly so far. Oh dear.
Everyone,
Nice, at least Joker dodged it.
Wasting your time.
Joker doesn't need his glasses in general, says Pinkle. It's canon that Joker's glasses are fake. I guess. Yeah,
I
I mean,
guess if Akechi can wear them.
yeah, I mean, I get. Well, yeah, and I guess yeah, if Ren can take them off during the ending and whatnot, you know.
And in the Velvet Room.
Yeah, and in the Velvet Room.
I think it was that
Joker.
he wore the glasses to make himself look less threatening, was what they said in the design book.
I see.
And Lucy.
Because he wanted to stay out of trouble because of his record.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah, because in the flashback to him with Shido, he's not wearing glasses, is he?
No, he's not.
I break them.
Okay. Yes, just nuke him.
Marky, sweetie, it looks like you wet your white pajamas. You had an accident, okay?
Me.
Yeah, Haru probably might not be the best person to bring into this fight, but I wanted to give her some love. The poor girl hasn't had much to do lately.
Also, Josh keeps turning her down.
Yes, that too.
God bless you, Akechi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend that I get this inside joke and pretend I was there the whole time. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
We kept like putting Haru down. When Josh was choosing who to romance and everything, we had to turn her down there, and then we kept had the option to hang out with her for something, and we just like nope.
Yeah.
it's just poor Haru's just been abused.
Yeah.
We've only just begun.
Didn't mean to cut you off there, Marky. My bad. Backside of the TV is the best remix in P4D, says Mufaro Kyle Mudiwa. I apologize if I butchered your name there. At the very least, Yosuke definitely has some pretty sick dance moves,
Stronger? Be careful.
surprisingly. But yeah, I would say that's one of my favorite remixes too. I'm mainly for the Signs of Love remix
Now.
and maybe the Reach Out to
What
the
with
Truth one.
Naoto?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Round 2, baby. No magic skills. I didn't see that. Whoops.
Persona.
Okay, so
Says it in big letters.
yes, I know.
what if he changed it? One of the things he changed it to is no dealing damage to Maruki. Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, if I can't do magical, I guess I'll do Riot Gun for a catching. And Purple Blade.
Santa Good job, Violet. This is our chance. Pass the baton. It's up to you yet.
Persona.
And well, we can't do Megadolion, so I guess Riot Gun again. Might do a fair bit of damage to us. Oh no, we blocked it. Cool. Nice. Thank you, Haru. Maybe it was good to put Haru in. I've not actually tried this fight with her. Yeah, screw you, Marky.
Some moves.
Right. I think I'll use this opportunity to use one of my somas.
Bravo to whatever guitarist is doing this. They're going hard. Sheesh.
Stop tormenting yourself over your father's sins. I swear, I'll give you a world where you'll have every chance to succeed on your own right.
I really love that detail. But like, no matter who you, well, depending on who you have in your party, Maruki has a little something to say towards
I
them.
wish the problem I have with it is I don't get to hear every single one.
Yeah, you have to, unless you like frequently switch party members or whatever. It's a shame.
Whoa, wait, did you use a Sova?
I did, yes.
Dude, you might need one later. Like, I won't use it now.
I have 3 more. It's fine.
Dude, no, but you might. No, I'm just saying.
No,
You might need,
that's
what
the
if there's another
joke.
boss after this? You might need it later, dude.
Oh, I get you. Sorry, that's my fault. Yeah, let's use the baton pass.
Ezra Humphrey says, I'm just saying I think Ryuji should have died in Shido's palace. It would have been a real gut punch losing a character that's been in the story for so long at that point. Interesting concept,
Yeah.
I suppose, but I feel like they probably would. I'm guessing part of the reason they didn't was they didn't want to just have a repeat of Shinji.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
That should do.
That maybe he was there too long.
No,
where-
because-
yeah.
It wouldn't have been a repeat of Shinji because then, like, a character that we actually cared about would have died.
I was about to say, at least with Ryuji, we got to have it for a while, whereas Shinji, we got
Yeah.
for about 2 seconds. So, I don't know. It
Oh,
would
dear.
definitely have been a bit of a gut punch.
It would have been, but yeah, that had to be all, funny comedy. Yeah, which
Did you know that scene was gonna be worse?
Yes, yeah, Faz tweeted about that. Yeah, I saw.
Insane.
Yeah,
What was it going to be different?
basically you just see everybody punching the heck out of Ryuji.
Like
Oh.
they made animations of them like actually just like clobbering him. Like it was not like it was brutal. It was like actual like meant to harm punches.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was pretty cruel. Yeah,
What the hell? Yeah, I'm glad they cut that out.
yeah. I mean, the scene's not perfect already, but
no, that would have made it way worse.
yeah, it would have.
Their weaknesses.
Yes, pass it up.
Taking action.
So, anybody? Okay, so. Damn, I shouldn't have passed it to Moore. Oh well. Okay, let's bring a life wall to everybody again.
I think this is actually the exact setup I finished Royal with, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I had Haru, Akechi, and Sumire.
I've had Sumire and Akechi in my party lots of times because like this is the only chance we get. This is the last chance we actually get
Yeah.
to use them, and also this is the only time we get to use Akechi's 3rd tier persona, and technically Sumire's
Actually.
as well.
With the way I played a game, this was the only time you got to use Akechi and Sumire searching persona.
Good job, pilot.
It's so ridiculous.
Please, hurry. On to the next.
I don't think I think between the two, I use Akechi more than Sumire, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because he's a delight in this section.
I would personally use Sumire more, just because I think she has a bit more versatility with her attacks than Akechi does.
It's also like at this point in the game, it would be like I wouldn't be fighting random encounters because I'd be high enough level to do the instant kill on all of them.
Yeah.
Akechi-kun,
And if I did have to fight anyone,
your life
I had like
with him and his friends.
Lucifer with like wind boost, wind amp,
What you've
and
done.
like vacuum wave, and that just
Oh,
took care of
jeez.
everything.
Jesus. Yeah, I suppose I should actually mention that we don't actually have any of the I don't know what you call them, 4th tier spells in this game, with Arsene at least, because we're not able to. Unfortunately, there's no way to actually get them, even on skill cards, which is sad. So it's just that one there. That's
Wonder if you could
cursed.
do like a really complex like backwards fusion chain to remake an Arsene that has them, but then all of his stats would be at 0.
Yeah, maybe.
Mystify them, Lucy.
It's a shame.
Pinkle says, I don't think Ryuji should have died, but Persona 5 does pull one too many fake out deaths, and Morgana could have stayed dead, to be honest. That would have worked.
Yeah, possibly. I
But
can
then
see
how would they have their mascot?
that. Yeah.
Marketing.
Victory
Thanks
is
to marketing.
Nice, that's some pretty good damage there. Let's get life all back. Yeah, let's use Rebellion Blade. We're gonna need to use another Soma soon.
In the chat, they're talking about how in the Japanese audiences really like that scene where they beat the shit out of Ryuji, and I just
Oh, gosh,
remembered.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Japan does not like Ryuji.
Oh.
No, yeah, I think that is true. Yeah, why then? Why make a character that way if Japan won't like it?
We'll have to guard this.
Okay.
Very evil laugh from somebody who's doing nice deeds.
Doing the right thing.
Your life is gonna be amazing.
I'm doing the right thing. Go, darkness beam.
Myself. I'll never forget that again.
Evil beam, evil blaster.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Alright, let's use
Are you
another
supposed
Soma.
to be blocking?
Return the favor.
Well, Futaba still hasn't used Final Guard, and Joker still has Enduring Soul left, so we should be okay. And with any luck, we might actually... Well, we probably won't actually defeat Azathoth, but we can give it a try. Oh, yeah, unable to baton pass. I really should look at the top right.
Pass the baton. You can hit the foe's weaknesses.
In which case... I guess a Light Ball's not gonna do much, so... I guess I'll guard with Haru.
I'll break them.
Yeah,
You know, if it was Persona Q2, Life Wall would just like win the game.
Yes, indeed.
And there it goes.
Okie dokie. Let's guard with Akechi now too.
Persona.
Anybody I can use with Sumire? Not really, so let's guard with her too. You know, on my first playthrough, I just kept forgetting to actually guard this attack. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Joker's fine. I'm surprised Futaba didn't think to use Final Guard, though. I don't know why.
It's probably because you had Enduring Soul.
Maybe, yeah. But let's get everybody healed up. We should be fine anyway. Should be able to.
No time.
We should be able to beat Azathoth here without Joker dying. In theory. Okay, that's one tentacle down.
We know their weak points now. Pass the baton.
That's my cue.
All right, on to the next.
Alright, who's weak? Just that one.
Kill the
Okay.
catalog.
Nice. Okay. So, is there anybody else weak to anything? Okay, no. So let's pass to Sumire then.
Don't mess up.
Allow me. Thanks, Persona.
Right. Is that one down already? No, it's not. I don't think so. Or is it? Balls, it is. Okay. Could have used Masquerade on there. Oh, I can do it again. That's fine. I thought it wasn't.
Wait, I think it still said you could have baton pass. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I was abusing Sumire's Masquerade ability there because it was gonna do double damage.
Okay. See, I didn't know it could do that because I don't think I ever used her here.
Let's finish this.
Alright. There we go. Almost there. Awesome, awesome.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah. I had no idea Haru was this useful during the fight. I should have brought her in more often.
1003 says the only thing I think Japan hates Ryuji for is the shoes originally having the rising sun icon on them.
Rising
Oh,
Sun, okay. Interesting.
I guess.
You're mine.
Maybe. Dastard.
Stylish Substance is
Oh,
currently
I'm a bad persona.
Stylish Substance is currently eating ice cream. You're sharing, right?
You what?
Is that
Haha, all your hopes and dreamers are
it's
gone.
Monkey's treasure. What is it, though? A torch?
Yes.
It's symbolic.
Realize his perception of himself as the guide for the entire world. We're here to change his heart, aren't we? Go on. Take it.
So, This is it.
Oh, with a mere half hour to spare. Wow.
Yeah.
We better take our leave. From me. I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, where the heck is Oziak?
No,
Yeah, Oziak.
I can.
You missed the Marky fight.
Joker, look out!
Damn it! We gotta book it.
Damn, that was smooth.
I mean, you could have just ran. You didn't have to like do this like flippy shit.
But
like,
it wouldn't have been as cool. Here's the question asked Barbara Dupperton. What would be your palace's treasure?
Hang on!
I guess
Adobe Premiere.
an Adobe Premiere that actually worked.
Uh-oh.
My Adobe Creative Cloud subscription that I totally have.
That was close.
I guess mine would be a PS2 or a GameCube.
Honestly.
Far past changing someone's heart. Is he even still alive?
Looks like that isn't a concern.
Sorry, but I won't admit defeat just yet.
But we're all the way down here. We can't hear you.
What?
I'm sorry. You know I can't do that.
Your mask is probably big enough to fit a microphone or speakers.
Granting this wish is my responsibility.
Sorry, Ren, but I was the Persona 5 all along.
The hell?
He just... the treasure!
And not the other palace rulers are thinking, why the heck didn't we do that?
We could have done that whole time.
Wait, we could have done that?
Oh, how embarrassing that didn't do anything.
Isn't that...
And Pinkle says, it's over, Joker. I have the high ground.
Really wish he kept his.
my power.
Mystic says,
From
I
my
really
point of
wish-
view, the Phantom Thieves are evil.
Seriously, that's just fucking Akechi.
Yeah.
That's the thing he says the whole game.
Sorry, Jude, what were you going to say?
Yeah, Mystic says, I really wish he kept his white suit. Probably got the mask instead of his crappy suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the white suit with the poncho and the mask. Maybe I don't know.
Or
Why
if
would
they
they
actually
do
made
that?
him, or if they actually just gave him like
If it is for
a traditional
everyone's
Pope outfit.
happiness,
Yeah.
what happens to me?
Don't resist.
Throw your mask away.
Yay!
Yay.
No.
With mine and Adam,
My favorite boss music.
Yeah,
reality
this is the best song in the game. That's it.
persona guides me.
Yeah,
And I also have no idea what this boss can do because at this point in the game, you can just pretty much one-shot him.
yeah.
I refuse to let it end like this. Adam Cadmon, guide us all to our ideal reality.
You're
You know, I have no idea what the final bosses of Q1 and 2 can actually do either.
to let it any other way too.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Persona!
It's like you get so hilariously overpowered. Like, oh my god, did you ever see that clip I posted where
Yeah.
I was doing like 20k damage?
Yeah, I remember. It was ridiculous.
Joker, now would be a really good time to summon that giant Satan you had, well, you know, with the
Well-
giant gun maybe, or...
It's
Oh,
not
that's
from the
guy.
public
Why don't you
masses.
just whip out your Satan Isle and just, you know, just pop them.
Well, he could summon it in the New Game Plus, so where are the public masses there? Huh?
Well, light ball didn't work, Haru.
It's just fascinating.
Yes.
He actually does attacks.
I'm guessing you use Izanagi no Okami for this.
No, I used Yoshitsune.
Yoshitsune, oh, even better.
I did try making a really overpowered Izanagi no Okami, and it's fucking ridiculous. It was doing like
As in you literally just like crafted him and that was it, or?
no, I made one with like almighty boost, almighty amp, magic ability, like pretty much everything, and it was doing like, it did like 3k damage per hit.
No time for
Jesus.
Much obliged.
And then completely one-shot the Reaper. I would love to see. I've seen people one-shot Yaldabaoth with him.
Persona.
Lordy lord.
Let's dance. Victory is ours.
Not bad.
See, even without one-shotting him, unfortunately, this part of the fight is kind of easy.
I just did nothing.
Well, yeah.
Imagine Ozyak joining after the boss fights. It's just, yeah, wouldn't that be
I finally
embarrassing?
made it.
It's like it's the end of the game. Yeah, Raigun, sure.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, I will admit, even though I Believe is probably my favorite Persona music ever, like, I think Throw Your Mask Away, as Jude said, is probably the best boss music.
Persona! This is a part of me!
I still can't do it. My reality is right before my eyes.
Stylish Substance says I can one-shot the twins once. Jesus, man. How the heck do you do that?
That seems balanced.
I'm sorry.
What's y'all's favorite palace theme? Mine's Whims of Fate, Price, A Woman, and Gentle Madman in no order.
Isn't that like
Mystic Sage.
But
It's like half of them.
guess
Palace theme, huh?
I would say Whims of Fate and then Gentle Madman as a second.
Yeah, agreed.
Arc being third.
you too, huh?
Price.
Oh wait,
is a
I
really
forgot
good
about
one.
Arc.
What about Price?
What are you?
Price, I would probably put him fourth. It's a good song, but I don't think it's quite the best.
I forgot Arc. Arc is number one for me, then Whims of Fate, then Gentle
Arc,
Madman.
I really like Mementos
Same thing,
Depths.
don't you?
No,
Yeah.
no, like not like the Memento song, but like the final dungeon song.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, right.
I think I actually like I think I actually like earlier floors of Mementos than I do with that one personally.
We
But
hesitate.
that's also not too bad. The final area.
Up there!
Kiss me, you fool.
I'm all yours. Use me however you want.
Oh.
Now, show us the reality.
It's usually the opposite
Dreamlike
sex that deals with tentacle porn.
I am thou, and
Still thinks he's the good guy.
Yeah. Look at that good guy destroying those cities.
Oh no!
Meanwhile, the song we just left off.
Hmm.
Destination. I will be the light that guides.
All good guys have this dark, booming voice.
Yep, and that hellish red interior.
We're going to beat you and go back to our own reality. That's the spirit. Now let's finish this.
And here we go, the most disappointing part of the fight, in my opinion, because it's all freaking scripted.
Oh, it was really cool when you did like one fucking damage at first.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that you would actually have to beat him.
No, no.
5 damage.
5 and 4 damage. Wow. Different. Okay, yeah, we probably should heal, actually. Good point, Akechi.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I should have saved that B chain.
Are you gonna do
damn
another?
No!
There might be another boss after this. Apple Brother says, "Are you gonna do another streamed playthrough, Josh?"
The votes that I made, the poll I made a few weeks ago, just before the end here, was regarding the next stream playthrough. And we're also going to be adding something else. We're going to be adding a co-op stream between me and Jude.
Are you adding me?
Hello, Oziak. Welcome.
A bit late.
Yo,
but
you
what's up,
you
guys?
missed the fight a bit.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah,
Must
it's fine.
But yes, yeah, Oziak and Nam can participate if they want to. The winner was Cuphead for mine and Jude's first co-op stream. And for the next major Let's Play, where I'll be playing and Jude will be commentating, and as well as our other co-hosts and such, it'll be Kingdom Hearts doing a level 1 Proud Mode run. So that'll be fun. I was saying earlier, I tried doing the Titus Selfie and Waka fight at the same time this morning, and my god. Jesus, that's probably harder than Sephiroth.
Shall we?
You should stream 13 Sentinels in the future, says Mystic Sage. I don't think so after the reception I got for my video.
Oh?
What happened? I watched most of that video. I skipped all the story stuff.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like,
fine.
What happened?
Basically, yeah, I was making a light jab at the fact that the characters are naked in their Sentinels. And I tried explaining the reason as to why they were. Apparently I got it wrong, but then I did say in the video as well, I'm not 100% sure it was correct. And the fans took it very, very seriously and called me out on it. And yeah, that was not fun. So yeah, I don't think I will be streaming 13 Sentinels in the future.
They were kind of like, oh, there's this really good reason why they're naked inside the thing. It's actually this and that. There is no good reason.
It's really clever.
This is like a really clever commentary. No, it's not. They they made teenagers naked inside of mechs. There is no good excuse.
I mean, I get the idea, like, canonically why it is.
Yeah.
Ultimately, nothing is a necessary decision when it comes to any creative work, but I at least, with how the lore of that game is, I at least get it. It's not my preference, but it is what it is. Also, time for peek.
His head is his weak spot. Though our attacks are ineffective in his normal state. But whenever he attacks, he drops his guard while
Why are they naked?
all of his power.
In 13 Sentinels?
Yeah, it's story
weirdly enough,
spoilers.
The answer is very spoilery.
Yeah, it's like right at the end that they explain it.
Oh my god.
It's a very fundamental aspect of the plot, as weird as that sounds.
It's like you're lying to me. It doesn't sound real.
You
wish I could say
doubt
it
that
myself.
anything Sega publishes has a good reason?
They always give dumb reasons.
Yeah.
I'll at least say, like, in a sense, with the full context, it's not nearly as awkward as it sounds without it, because there are also other things elaborated with it. On the surface, though, yeah, very. Well, yikes.
If I run now, I know I'll regret it.
That was the moment you joined. We start talking about naked fucking kids.
Yeah, I'm not gonna confirm if that's a correlation, or if, like a strong correlation or not.
How does it look?
I just came here for Persona.
Drop down to 0%.
That sounds weird, and I'm a Persona fan, so you know it's bad.
That's so true.
You better get the timing right on this, by the way.
Dude, you're so impressive, aren't you?
Yeah.
What are you, a gamer?
No, I did not watch like 5 videos in advance trying to get the timing right so I could show it off myself.
Awesome.
Checkmate.
Ratio.
That's true. You know,
Joker
All
hates
I'm
that
gonna
mask
remind
as
you
much
of-
as we do.
All this moment makes me think of is just like, cause I was talking about it with some other people recently. Even third semester is now going through the thing where like popular thing once everyone's had their discussions about it.
Oh,
It's
people
now
hate
like,
it.
okay, can we admit this always sucked? And I'm like,
Why?
what is your issue, people? Why can't you just enjoy things
Yeah.
past like the moment they release?
It's, I think the dumbest thing I overhear is when people say, "Oh yes, Sumi's a boring
Sumi.
character." It's like, yeah, it's like,
I turned my back on the
did you play the game?
I okay, like there's one thing it's preference. Like if you think a character's boring, like people say Makoto's boring.
Yeah.
I think Makoto's awesome and fascinating.
I do too.
Who that's preference. People say that Sumi is a Mary Sue, and that might be the most
tackled their own
jarring, offhanded criticism I've ever seen of her character.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times.
Once you try. So long.
Anyways, I like Maruki.
Smallest injustice
Yeah.
can
I like Mark.
it all out.
Maruki's
I
great.
think Maruki is probably my favorite Persona
Don't you
antagonist.
of all
Yes.
I
Agreed.
think he's my favorite antagonist, period. At least what I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I was thinking
Probably
like
are plenty of people who don't.
Yeah, if we're talking antagonists, then like definitely Maruki. But if we're talking like straight up bad guys, like the most evil of evil, no, I don't think I could get any better than either GLaDOS or Kefka Palazzo in Final Fantasy VI.
GLaDOS is great.
To some other version
Um,
of reality.
oh,
I
in
still need
terms
to
of
play
well,
FF6.
The knowledge I gained.
GLaDOS I would say is like kind of down the middle, given that she lets Shell go at the end. That's like, no, you've got a bit of good in you. That sucks. No, you're supposed to be evil. Whereas Kefka has no redeeming qualities. He's just a dick, and for the fun of it too, which just makes him amazing.
Totally.
If you're looking at Portal 1 GLaDOS before like the retcons return in the second game, she is just straight bad.
Yeah.
And I think both versions of her work really well. But I do find
but
it
you got to look
interesting.
at her as a whole. You can't just say, well, if you ignore this
Yeah.
this entire game that had her in it. Yeah.
Well, because I like the role she puts into both games. That would be a good game to stream, honestly. Portal 2.
Wait, you were wearing your glasses under there the whole time?
My glasses.
We're trapped as well.
Yeah, but yeah, we might maybe one day we'll stream Portal 2 or just Portal in general. Be a good one. And also Portal 3 in like the year 2080.
Hurry!
That I think that's a generous estimate.
I can't believe Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out before Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even sound like a real game still.
Yeah. It looks freaking good though.
Oh, it looks so awesome. I love the whole idea of the Heartless coming to the real world.
Because Kingdom Hearts is a series I very much appreciate, kind of. Not that I haven't played through like most of the games, but I very much appreciate it more as an outsider.
Yeah.
It's not something as close to my heart, but I have a lot of appreciation for the people who deeply appreciate Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Because I like the vibe of the series and how that vibe affects other people and the creativity of it. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not always jumping to play the game, but I appreciate what they are.
Fair enough.
I unironically really like the story of Kingdom Hearts, but fucking when Morgana turned into a helicopter for the first time, true story, I bursted out laughing because I was not expecting it.
I mean, it's a good setup and payoff for a dumb little joke earlier on.
Yeah.
People despise this genuinely.
Hey, where'd Joker go?
I don't despise it. I just think it comes the hell out of nowhere.
Yeah,
no,
it just feels a bit out
it's-
of nowhere.
It's set up, and I get it. It wasn't necessary. People like are genuinely somehow offended by it, and I don't understand why. Like I don't like it's not something that is that big of a deal to begin with.
A bus, I can accept. A helicopter, now that's going too far.
I draw the line at Morgana Copter. Anyways, it gave it this moment, so like I could not care less.
Oh yeah.
We're losing altitude!
The good guy about to crash a helicopter full of teens.
Yep.
I'm the good guy using my evil tentacles.
That's true. I don't know, Joker as a gun, you think he's a good guy? Violent.
And here we go. We're about to do the possibly the hardest part of the entire fight.
That's true. I did sort of think about it. You have Joker here with a friggin' set of guns and a black trench coat as a high schooler.
Uh-oh.
Whew. Sheesh.
I think this is the best part of the game.
I have lost.
Yeah.
And if I were to try that fight over, I'm sure I'd only...
Anyone who complains about this fight and how it is,
you have no soul.
It's a bad you're a bad person.
This all in.
I think you need to experience some more fiction, perhaps.
So,
and Ratio.
Kill every last one of my regrets.
For his neutral special, Joker wields
this.
Anywho, shoutouts to Billy Kametz, and I hope he recovers soon because
Yeah.
apparently he has cancer, and that's really sucky.
That is.
And this is like the peak of his voice acting, so. Whew.
The disappearance of my palace, of the entire metaverse, is drawing near. Seems like neither of us can summon our personas anymore.
I hate Persona. I think this is pretty king. Kino, not king. That is so unfortunate.
I
Right.
gave up everything.
Let's punch our counselor.
So why?
As you do.
That was nowhere near me, but okay.
Imagine if it like all of Joker's health went down there.
Knocked him
Like,
out instantly.
Why,
If you don't end your series or game or whatever with just like a raw fist fight like this, what are you doing? You're doing it wrong.
The Metal Gear
failed.
Solid 4 tiers.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the chat here is just a zero. The chat's put liquid.
Or the more cultured take is what is it? Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
That had me so hyped.
I'm glad you understand.
Why does Marky's punches do more than yours? It's because he has a higher physical stat.
It's because he's the good guy. Yeah, glad I got that out of my system.
He's a little upset.
I had that same reaction when I had a 10 out of 10 video.
That's true. I need to know who did the animation for Maruki screaming there. I don't think it was mocap, but I'd like to believe it was. Even if it wasn't, I still need to know.
I'm done. I get it now. All thanks to you.
Now know that Kingdom Hearts is light.
That's true. I do have a question because I've asked this a couple times, but did any of you genuinely think Maruki might die here? 'Cause
Kinda.
personally, I was on the fence.
Oh yeah, I was
which added
about
to
the same.
moment.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna just let himself die. Like, I thought it was gonna be like here, and it's like as it start cracking, it's like, oh, it's okay, just let me go.
Yeah, I thought he might, like, you know, kind of somehow
Go off.
loosen Joker's grip so that he would fall in his own volition.
He takes out his heroic knife and stabs his hand.
Listen,
for the good of humanity.
not everything needs, you know, that like peachy clean, like
Your eyes are
perfect happy ending.
honest.
But this was one of those things that there was like that genuine appreciation of. It does feel like he could have just died here, and
Must have
they
all-
still made it get there, and I like that. It's good.
I feel like when you're at the very end of a story, it's like
you
you
and I
start
would wish for
kill
the
the
same
characters
reality.
if you want, as long
Yeah,
as
just kill
it's fitting.
Joker.
As long as it's fitting, as long as it's not like fucking
It's gonna lead to Persona 5 the answer.
Ryuji gets hit by a car or something.
No.
Both of his legs now no longer work.
So bright.
Is that the changed ending? Ryuji is no longer driving with Joker, and he just gets hit on the side in the middle of Shibuya. I forgot it immediately cuts. Okay, I don't like this.
Magnificent.
I bet
I
you wanted
forgot-
to see what happened. Oh no, it's the real Igor. I bet you wanted to see what
Missed
happened.
your decision.
People don't bring this up a lot.
Future
Um,
for itself. But
And I kind of mentioned this the last time I was on stream with you guys,
for existence.
but there's kind of the reason why I do genuinely recommend people watch the original ending of the game before they go into third semester.
Mm.
One, because I think it flows much more naturally.
Yeah.
Because you have this crack just thrown in right here, and it's very, very weird. I also think the original ending itself is better. But third semester's peak. Third semester itself is like the peak of this game, but the original ending is much more clean cut with everything that precedes it.
If you want like the most feel good ending ever, then like yeah, you would probably go with the original ending, I'd say. But if you want something more realistic, I would say you go with here.
I just find it weird though, because like they're giving you the World Arcana here, not for what just happened. It's because of Yaldabaoth. But they're like, yeah, sorry for the 2-month delay on that.
Yeah.
Shipping took a
Shut up
bit.
in the mail.
Yeah. This is why you don't order through GameStop.
It seems you
They were out of stock with the World Arcana cards. What are you gonna do?
Such a path must not have been easy for you.
Through GameFly.
You have our utmost respect.
I don't. Have I told? I know I've told Nam. Have I told either of you about my GameFly experience?
Oh no.
So, I was trying to. This was like a couple years back. I was trying to get a copy of Persona Q2, which getting that physically, it doesn't happen. That game is just gone. Unless you have like $300 to throw away.
Jesus.
This is our original.
So I was looking for ways, and I was talking to Spencer from SMT Network, and he gave me the idea, basically to check GameFly, which had the game to rent, and essentially just
There's no point
rent it through GameFly and just never send it back.
You're right.
Which they were like, "Do you want to pay the fee for it?" And I'm like, "Sure, it's only $40." It's like buying the game like a normal person.
So insane.
It's so funny though. I only have the cartridge though. I don't have the box, so eventually I do want to just find a box for that game. But still have it physically.
I'm home.
You didn't tell me you'd be out all night. You should have at least gotten in touch with me about it.
I'm sorry, Sojiro.
We're the ones who kept her out so late. We should be apologizing for her.
Ufaro Kyle Majiwa says, okay, time for a hot take. The ending of Persona 5 is better than Royal. Plus, the Asumi part was underwhelming.
Being worried isn't exactly on my list.
We'll get there in a moment about the Sumi part.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right. I thought they were talking about like the Sumi arc in general, but.
Oh yeah, the Sumi part of the
Bad.
ending.
Bringing him.
I get people's issue with it. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
It's nothing great.
he's been
it's
locked
fine.
up since last.
Yeah,
Not
I think we
offensively
need we'll give her full thoughts on that once we see it
Yeah, when we actually get to the ending.
here.
What do you
Just
guys
to avoid any last-minute spoilers, I guess.
was gonna ask you.
Okay, another real quick thing about her actually.
Feeling.
Another take I've been seeing about Sumi recently that blows my mind is
Anyways,
why
don't you all?
I don't know if I forget if either of you have actually I'm pretty sure you played P1.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
They just say Sumi is worse Maki.
Oh,
And I
did see that. Yeah.
no-
Jesus.
I have no clue what they're talking about.
To hang out here while I'm out.
Yeah.
It's literally just girl who has identity crisis and like is also nice, I guess.
Yeah.
The comparison I see is
Are we in another
her being
one now?
compared to the manga version of the protagonist.
That too I've seen.
It's like
End results of our actions. And
I don't really see how it's worse.
Remember how he was originally planning on turning himself
It's like
IDK. I mean that's a good manga, but
Kun did it for him instead.
But that took.
I've seen people throw around random different things of it ripping off P1 at various stops.
Would have happened if it weren't for Dr.
ripping off
Like,
P1
all the-
as if they didn't make P1 also. Uh-oh.
One, they made P1 too. Like all these games are drawing from very close inspirations. There's going to be overlap.
Monopoly
like, I don't-
Persona 4 ripped off shadows from Persona 2. What a fucking joke.
That's
Don't say it. Just like with my mom.
I guess at this point, most any idea has already been done in some form or fashion. Do you expect absolutely everything to be perfect and fresh, like brand new? It seems a bit.
What do you mean there's a
silly.
best friend character being used for comic relief and or emotional pull? What the fuck?
All the way back here to
really the Arcana again.
Don't scare us.
Guys, it's been 5 games. I think you can chill out.
Can't believe Persona 2 ripped off Persona 1 by having Nyarlathotep in the game. What the fuck?
That's true.
him.
Oh my.
No.
Pixie,
I don't thi-
really?
The Tenji's
What the hell? So he was fighting that
And the
hard,
people,
knowing he was gonna disappear the whole time.
SMT fans,
So he's incarcerated.
Persona fans.
Yeah.
Catchy.
Enough said.
I thought I'd braced myself for the decision we made.
Why are we so upset about a guy who killed a bunch of people?
Reality.
I mean, I know why I would be upset because I love Akechi, but still.
Well, here,
So
that's another thing. I feel like there's this weird
I just can't.
thing. I hate just talking about fans with questionable takes. There's this like crossover of people who either think they mourned Akechi too much or that they didn't mourn him at all.
But
Yeah.
what can we do
And
to actually help?
you get both of those takes simultaneously, or I feel like the game itself is just a middle ground of
Return his
a
senpai.
fairly appropriate amount for how much they
Yeah.
know him.
Yeah.
Subject's innocence.
So what you're saying is, we just gotta find that evidence.
Persona fans, man.
Then we're on the case.
There's no
Who's the
phone
strongest Persona protagonist? Says Skullord. Are we
Oh
talking?
no! Don't bring up that argument. No.
All right, it's time to
win in a
power
fight.
scale the ultimate.
Leader, no matter what it takes.
Persona power scaling arguments are so funny because I always hear when talking about Satanael, they're like, well, you say he could beat Narukami, but his gun actually it's made of sin, so it only works on gods, except that was a false god, so it only works on false gods. And it's a metaphorical bullet. It's not a physical giant bullet. I'm like,
Yet to say anything, but
It still put a hole in
Literally-
Yaldabao's brain.
possible actions as well.
even
A
still,
metaphor
like,
for
this is a
Captain.
stupid argument. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, and Narukami can shoot truth, which is inherently stronger than a bullet of sins.
One of my favorite things I've ever heard was because he wears the glasses, he cannot be he cannot be tricked. He always
That's
sees
so
the truth.
We'll talk again.
I've never heard that.
No matter what.
It's so good. He cannot be deceived. He knows all the truth. It's so good.
I don't think that worked on any other investigation team member. I'm pretty sure they all got
Because-
tricked pretty
because
consistently.
he has the wild card and he has
True.
He's
Myriad
wild.
I'm certain that this will help prove his good character in the trials.
Oh my
I
god.
love it. It's
I want to
so
increase his
it's
chances
so
of being
funny.
found innocent as much as possible.
I always think of as well, because getting into the actual like Persona fandom, I guess, and like actually discovering different stuff, which I guess if I hadn't seen this video, I wouldn't be here, like making videos and stuff like that. But I remember the first video I ever saw about Persona Online was a Fither video, where it was the investigation team versus Thieves versus the Phantom Thieves.
That was the first
Oh.
video of
And-
his I ever saw too.
Awesome. Well, the thing with that video as well is I remember him talking about the P3 Pro tag,
Please.
and now I realize, oh, he got this from literally nowhere. I made it up.
Who's
But he was talking about how he had the Universe Arcana, which supposedly like lets him rewrite the universe, and therefore is like unbelievably godly powerful. And I'm like, where did this come from? It came from nowhere.
All I'm
It's
saying
just that-
is,
We were able to
If he
come
could
to
do
the
that,
consensus is
he
because
wouldn't be dead.
he saved us. And
Oh,
now
I'm sorry.
Well, he wanted to be.
he wanted to.
But
Yeah.
that's another thing. People are like, oh yeah, no, with the seal, like with stuff like that, he could have lived. And I'm like, okay, I guess you just didn't know.
Police with
Like, that just sucks to suck.
please. Please tell me if you know
Oh,
this
yeah.
young man.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh yeah.
In the special
Oh.
in regards to
Did you max out everyone?
Missed out on Sojiro, Iwai, and Shinya by like just a hair. Unfortunately,
Well, not Shinya.
we had to. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm devastated too.
Please, you have to.
But I had to make time for the Carolina Justine outings and the Lavenza one afterwards to get Enduring Soul.
A certain
That's fair.
is faced with a dilemma.
I'm actually surprised on my first run. I managed to basically do everything with plenty of time to spare, and I have no clue how I accomplished that. I feel like if I tried to play the game again and follow a guide, I might do worse.
Yeah. This is what I'm worried about with when we eventually do the Persona 3 and 4 runs in the future, because yeah, I imagine I would suck at following the guide. I'm just gonna forget everything.
God.
Yes.
The Persona 3 guide
I would still be trapped.
doesn't really do a great job at like telling you how it works.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Persona 4 one's fucking stupid. It's like you have to eat the Mega Beef Bowl challenge, fail the challenge, and then save scum your stats depending on what it increases.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah, it's like you eat it and then it gives you random stat boosts, and if it doesn't boost the right stat, you have to reload your save file.
Please.
Oh, I love this game.
Don't belong in juvenile detention at all.
No, screw that.
Make up for missed practice.
I'll just keep trying.
Only take just a short.
No, but when I was doing my first run of this game, I'm pretty sure the entirety of February to spare.
I've got a few questions up my own.
With everyone maxed out, and I got all the twins and Lavenza hang
you
out.
got a bot in your chat.
I got it.
Useful info. But if I do this for you, it means you're continuing.
Yeah, but so I just kept going
adult
to
dating
the...
site.
I'm sure it's what you want for you too.
I just kept going to the
Oh, go away,
what's
adult
it
dating
called?
site.
Coach.
But mouth and tick.
Jesus Christ,
I know,
it's
well,
again. All right.
the nightclub or whatever, the jazz club.
Yeah, sorry, Oziak. This damn adult dating site really wants to provide us their services.
I mean, hey, maybe we click the link, see where it goes.
Dude, it's not even a link, it's just emojis.
Okay, well, they're just giving advice. Why are you trying to stop them from, just being a friend?
However,
I love bots.
I feel as though all is finally well. In the end, you willingly chose
It's funny because YouTube will flag comments for looking like URLs,
compromise
but then all of these always just like go through.
well-being.
Yeah.
It's like someone puts a period in the wrong part of the sentence by accident. Oh, sorry, help to review. Fucking watchmypussyonline.com. Oh, that's totally fair.
2 feet. By none. That power shall fuel the hope shared amongst your friends and yourself to strive towards.
Ezra Humphrey says, random question. What happens to a body of a dead person who dies in a palace? Does the body get kicked out, or is it just stays in the palace till it gets destroyed?
Turns into a nobody.
Or it just blows up like in Death Stranding.
Yeah. Oh yeah, void out.
Duties end here as well.
I need to
I
finish
presume
Death
it'd be like
Stranding.
in Persona 4, where they just kind of like randomly get chucked out somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think it just goes with it. Unless after Shido's palace, Akechi got launched.
It's like ragdolls. Like, do you guys ever play like old school like ATV games on like the PS2?
I think so.
No.
Okay, because there's like these invisible walls where if you drive into them, the character like gets rocketed across the map and they ragdoll.
Yeah.
It's really funny, and I imagine that's happened to Akechi.
No, yeah, I love to imagine he got ragdolled and just fell through the ceiling of the prison or whatever. Just landed in the middle of the friggin' city.
Josh had it happen in. He's playing Uncharted 2 the other day. Yeah, and like he posted this on Twitter, but he was walking into a cutscene, but the ragdoll body was still there of some guy he killed, and as the scene starts, you see the body fling off to the to the stratosphere, off to a mountain somewhere, while everybody else is just having a casual conversation, and there's like this little dude flickering on the floor as well.
Be very
He
useful.
was having a rough day.
Yeah.
Had a rough transition into 3D.
He saw what the Uncharted movie was going to be like.
At one point. But thanks to
Oh gosh,
some of the more indecisive.
I tweeted about it a little bit.
It will likely be some more time.
I don't, because I went to I don't know if you heard about Creator Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only charge.
Yeah, so I went there in person because it was only like an hour away from where I am. And so I saw all those fights, and one of them was Aaron Hansen, otherwise known as Ego Raptor.
Uh-oh.
where his opponent was 60 pounds heavier than him. It was Harley from Epic Mealtime. So, man did his best. Stood no chance.
No.
Harley went easy on him, and he still lost by TKO.
Oh my god. Epic Mealtime? Is he still doing things?
I guess he's just hanging around still. It was awesome. He walked out as Venom Snake and played a Man Who Sold the World.
Be rescinded.
You're about to say he walked out as Venom, like the Marvel character.
Everything they could.
Yeah.
The woman who
No, but so I just saw a comment when I got out of the arena where someone just quote retweeted the fight and just said Aaron had a rough transition into 3D.
an unbelievable
Damn.
come in from various other places as well.
Oh man,
Regardless,
that was a cool event
the
though.
righteous phantom thieves are
I saw
gone.
the Matt
All that
Watson
remains
clip.
is for us adults.
No, why am I-
He just got clobbered.
Then again,
did you see my upload of that?
That's how I found out about it.
Okay, yeah, because I made that at like friggin' 1 in the morning because I was tired, and my friend gave me the idea
you can believe.
because I saw the clip of Ryan McGee laughing again,
I'm glad
and I was just like, all right, I'll edit this real quick. I might as well upload it to YouTube. Screw the format of my channel.
But
And heaven forbid, it's the best performing video I've had in
I feel like you
friggin'
even
like 2 years.
live.
Looks like you're a meme channel now.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah.
I basically am Dolan
Anyway,
Dark.
There's something that's been on my mind.
It's like,
Did the treasure of my world
talk about one thing, it's like completely out of nowhere. Well, looks like I'm a fucking
suppose it doesn't
DMC
matter
channel
now
now.
one
Sorry,
way or the
guys.
other.
I'm a super mega clips channel now.
More thing. I haven't-
Sorry, I don't
Have
make
you
the
watched
rules.
the Persona
But I
3 movie?
realized
I've seen 2 of them.
All of you.
Yeah.
My most prized
Only-
I haven't watched the other
justice
ones.
I used to protect
Only the
those
first one for
important
us.
to me. Makoto helped show me that as well.
I've seen all 4 of them. They're
Once the Shido
very-
settled,
they're interesting because everything that I think
defense
is like
I wanted to reform
subpar about P3,
but
it makes a
all had to come
specific
once.
attempt at making better.
Justice not
Um,
for itself, but for
and improves a lot about the couple things that I don't think work as well in P3.
well,
And then the bulk of what actually does work well in P3, they put less of a focus on.
Well,
again for everything.
They're still good movies. They're flawed, but like they're like a decent adaptation of the story of P3. Except Fuka is now a much more interesting character. Ken,
You take that
Ken
back.
And Shinji,
Hey,
Ken and Shinji get more to do.
honest, I didn't really.
And freaking
But just
Ryoji is now just Kaoru from Evangelion.
and it looked bad on me if you did.
It's gorgeous. Like the animation's really nice.
Oh yeah, no, those are gorgeous films.
All right, let's go home.
The last one actually has probably one of my favorite scenes in Persona, if not just film period or games or anything, whatever. Where everyone gets their like weird like pseudo awakening.
Moving at all.
I think they all just awaken there. I don't know.
This morning. Widespread delay.
But it's a scene with the sun, and that's all I'll say. I recommend them.
Another accident.
Very
huh?
interesting.
Reminds me of that day back in April. Remember when we
Zero's asking how bad was the Uncharted movie?
Not
Pretty
the
bad.
worst, but it could have been better. A lot better.
No.
Extremely subpar.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slap to the face of how good Uncharted is.
It's just sort of goes through one ear and out the other, really. And
They do
to you
the edgy reboot thing
By
where it's
yourself.
like
They
again.
they have to build up to the character looking like the actual character because there's a scene where he puts on the holster and then he starts kind of looking like Nathan Drake and then they play the Uncharted theme. It's like
That's where I got right, kind of like
and
a
then-
bit
and then-
angry. I was just like, oh, really? Like the holster? That's where you play the theme?
It's the
That's
fucking-
like, thank goodness they put on the holster.
it's the
I still
DMC
think-
Devil May Cry thing where like when he goes Devil Trigger, then he gets the red jacket and the white hair. It's like, come on.
Yeah. I think like they could have gotten away with making Tom Holland Nathan Drake. It is far from my preference. I think it's still a pretty meh casting choice,
Whoa.
but
that's putting it generous for
could
me.
have you could have done a lot worse in my opinion. Mark Wahlberg, you could not have done worse.
Nope.
No.
You could not have done worse than making Mark Wahlberg solely.
Me.
It's astonishing.
Meet again. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's like the Tom Holland. I almost called him Nathan Drake. Tom Holland is a good actor. He's talented.
Peter
but
Parker.
It's like
I gotta head out and
Peter
grab some
Parker.
groceries.
The guy from Spies in Disguise.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, but it's like
Now
it definitely feels like he was casted only because he was popular, not so much for the role.
with practice and
Yeah.
Feels very.
I think he
is-
specifically mentioned in an interview one time that he liked Uncharted, and then that was just like, boom, give him a movie.
Yeah, I like Uncharted. I played it like once. It's a game with Lara Croft, and then played the rest of the role.
All right, that's
The best thing
Come on, Ray. Take a seat.
in the Uncharted movie is just the interview Tom Holland did, where they told him that No Way Home was one of the best-selling movies of all time, and him sitting there flabbergasted for about 30 seconds straight without saying a word.
We're gone. But then we realized something.
They
Even
broke
if
the
we
man's
have
brain.
universe or any other special powers, we can still change reality.
And I don't. Yeah, because T-Knight said in chat, Tom Holland was the one who pushed to make the movie, so they picked him. This movie has been in production for like
With our
10
own
years or something. I don't
Yeah.
think Tom Holland was the one who. Like, it's one of those movies that they kept saying they were making a movie of.
I remember that.
It just kept not happening.
It's pretty bad when like that YouTube short with Nathan Fillion ended up being way better and more faithful than the actual Hollywood budgeted movie.
Okay, like Uncharted is one of those things like Portal 2, or not Portal, like Portal in general. They've been saying for actually like since the moment Portal 2 dropped
some ways.
that J.J. Abrams was making a Portal movie.
I've heard
And that-
food in prison is quite...
That's gone nowhere.
So, what did
I
you...
think
Are you all good to go see the Buzz Lightyear movie? I'll only see it if I find out there's a part in the movie where he looks under his shoe and the suit is manufactured by a company called Andy.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's like an acronym for something. That
I think that would be the ultimate way to
Hungry.
just completely throw caution to the wind. I
Yeah.
think that movie looks fine. It looks like a chill time.
I'm sure it'll be
I-
alright. It's just a bit. It's not really.
Yeah, I don't get some of the marketing is a bit odd. Well, with the first trailer, they made a whole big deal of like, oh, he's gonna say to infinity and beyond, and then it like cuts, and then like literally like first thing in the next trailer, they played it like they played the full thing where he said it. It was like, oh, okay, because they weren't hyping that up then. Okay,
Still gonna live.
and then showing what Zerg looks like and everything. Like he was in the shadows in the first one, then they just showed him clear as day in the second one. For goodness sake.
Yeah.
Pick a lane.
that's
Are you
trailer
trying to
for
hype
ya.
this up or not? I really like Zerg, and I was curious. I was already like, after the first one, I was like, damn, I wonder what Zerg looks like. I kind of want to see that. But by the second trailer, I was like, oh, I guess I don't need to see it now.
And commemorate the day of our disbandment.
What are your thoughts on the Sonic movie? For me, it was amazing. Says Mufaro Kyle Mudiwa.
I was
Jude and I have not seen the second, but we have thoughts on the first.
It sounds like a good idea.
Very 90s.
People, I'm legally not allowed to share my thoughts on the second movie anymore.
funniest fucking
For
thing.
today.
I love it.
Something I need to tell you guys. I've just
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if you two.
He's pretty
Nick definitely did.
girl.
Saw the whole mess with Detective
Into a
Pikachu.
delinquent.
All right.
Well, because I made a tweet because people kept saying Sonic 2 is like the greatest video game movie of all time by a clear margin.
My favorite-
Meanwhile, I think that movie's like a 6 out of 10.
Mm.
It's fine. It has some really cool, good moments, kind of entertaining. Has some really awful, horrendous moments
It is far too
consistently.
early.
That was pretty
funny.
much the first one.
I actually.
Yeah, okay. It's better than the first one. It has much worse moments than the first, but it peaks much higher.
At least you're on my side, right?
What were you saying?
I actually somewhat agree with that statement. It is one of the best video game movies, I think, but it's also like a perfectly fine children's family movie.
My real
Well, that's it's a 6 out of 10, and I
It's like,
agree.
liked it, but I'm
but-
probably not gonna
so-
watch it again.
I demand
So I was thinking, and I was like, oh, what about Detective Pikachu? That movie I also consider like a 6. So I tweeted out, like a greater than symbol to Detective Pikachu over Sonic 2. I'm like, yeah, was I the only one who remembers this movie? Like, I would say this is probably better.
As always.
Oh.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Yeah.
Detective
I got-
Pikachu more.
Yeah, I definitely did
I
as
got-
well.
Actually, I
I got
think
Twitter
Sonic's better.
trending.
I got more laughs out of Detective Pikachu than I did with friggin' Sonic.
Yeah.
the thing, they're both 6 out of 10 movies. If you like, you can enjoy one or the other regardless. Like, it's just taste. But like, I think they're both just fine.
This is
Yeah, but I got Twitter trending
Yeah.
for Detective Pikachu because people got so
funny.
insanely mad that I even dared challenge Sonic 2 as not being a 9 out of 10 like greatest thing ever. And 2,
I don't need to
them being like, there's a reason Detective Pikachu was forgotten.
This thing's
Who forgot
I
it?
was like,
changing so fast.
Yeah.
apparently all of
Isn't there a second
them.
one coming?
No, that
Well,
got canceled.
Why don't you go?
That game got very silently canceled.
Shut up.
Um,
We're supposed to be
You give Sonic
also-
another movie, but not Detective Pikachu?
They're at it again.
That was in the
Yeah.
money, baby.
I don't know what like Detective Pikachu. They literally announced at a direct that game was getting a Switch port, and like an HD remaster with new content.
Oh
That was
god.
years ago.
Just a sign of your
Yeah. Wow. Where's Pikmin 4? There's a lot of stuff like that.
I went
There's
to play
just like,
Pikmin 4 on my Wii U.
But that's different because Pikmin 4 was a thing in like interviews and like kind of stuff like you hear about in the background. It's like we basically know exists, but whatever.
well, I
like
didn't like
Prime
Miyamoto say
trilogy,
it was like nearly done, and then
Yeah,
suddenly
he
it
said
just
it was
disappeared.
almost finished.
but that was just like randomly in an interview. He was just like, yeah, whatever, Pikmin 4, and people were like, what?
But now we gotta now we gotta contemplate whether he meant that 3DS game where that came
Yeah,
out.
my God.
it genuinely could have meant okay Pikmin, and I've always thought about that and I found it hilarious. Yeah, but there's like the Metroid Prime trilogy that we've basically known has been done for years for Switch, and they just have not put out for whatever godforsaken reason.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've just been waiting for Prime 4 to be close to completion. Because they want to sync up the releases.
Does the Persona 3 movie count in relation to best video game movie?
I assumed we were talking about live action.
I think the Persona 3 movies, even though they're titled movies, are more like OVAs than anything.
Yeah.
But they were in theater. They were played in theater.
yeah,
Oh, were they? All right.
I mean, I guess that's a contender then.
Maybe.
I think the thing about those though is that they're segmented into 4 parts like that. So it depends which one you're gonna say is the best. Well, and also I'm not just considering live action because Ratchet and Clank was a movie that existed.
Well, I suppose. Yeah.
I think I might have hallucinated it.
Dude, I was so fucking heartbroken.
Why? Because it was actually the most soulless movie ever.
Because it was actually like the most. Well, that was a movie experience I ever had in my life.
Because people were like, Detective Pikachu is the most forgettable video game movie of all time. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. We both know that Assassin's Creed the movie was a thing, and Ratchet and Clank the movie was a
Prince of
thing.
Persia.
Like, don't.
Oh yeah.
Don't. Yeah. Like, don't give me your revisionist history. Detective Pikachu at least left some kind.
I
of
can remember
emotion.
some scenes from Detective Pikachu at least.
I remember a lot of scenes from Detective
People
Pikachu.
actually saw Detective Pikachu. Nobody saw the Ratchet and Clank movie. That movie was like.
I'm not.
That movie had like a $20 million budget, which is like really small, and it didn't even make half of it back. That is pathetic.
Oh, somebody. Alcide mentioned the 2018 Tomb Raider movie as well. Yeah, I would also put that in that was a movie pile as well.
Oh my god. Yeah, the ones based off of the newer games.
Yeah.
What's the
It
best
sucks
anime
that the
/
Ratchet-
cartoon live action movie? Says Mystic Sage. Dragon Ball Evolution, I think.
I love Dragon Ball Evolution.
Valentine's Day.
I mean,
Goku in high school. Holy shit.
The Death Note Netflix movie.
Anything exciting?
Oh yeah.
that
amazing.
movie's funny. That's a funny movie. I'll watch that any day. It's garbage, but it's so entertaining.
We talked
Another
about it on
one-
the streams before. The best thing that came out of it was Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. That was like the only casting thing where I was just like, yes.
I think
Well,
that's where.
yeah, that was perfect casting. It's just, he didn't have anything to work with.
I think that's where most of the movie's budget went too.
Yeah, but then you get like everything else is so funny because of you're just like, what are you doing? It's just so
Another
bad.
contender. I know this is, I guess, a comic, not as much like a cartoon or anything, but Scott Pilgrim.
Amazing movie.
Good.
That one's
movie.
actually really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It used to be when we were in like Josh and I at least were in secondary school-ish kind of time. We would mention that movie, at least for me. Nobody knew it.
Yeah.
Oh
but
yeah,
now
no, that
suddenly
game, that
it's
movie
just like
failed.
everywhere all of a sudden.
That-
like
that is-
everybody's like, it's amazing.
I had so
Well, that is
much to say
the
when I
epitome of a
finally
cult
got to talk
classic.
to you.
It was also right on the verge before like really nerdy stuff was mainstream, like actually mainstream. It was right at the edge,
It's all right.
and didn't catch the train.
Did.
Also,
so
the
sad.
advertising for that film
Another note.
sucks.
I brought you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailers are awful.
It's chocolate.
Yeah, it's hard to properly advertise that movie to begin with because of how it's edited, which is a plus to the movie but a boon to the trailers.
How do you?
Um,
Yeah, it's like how do you convey that this is like a fucking character study about this guy who like doesn't know how to commit to anything,
Back in the real.
and
Yeah,
the movie
about,
looks
like,
like fucking. It like has like all these interesting like visual effects on them and shit.
I
And the trailers make it look like Speed Racer for Radiohead fans.
myself. Ask myself. And from now on,
It's
I always will.
A
It's
lot
weird.
of
Great film,
chat
though.
we're not mentioning Angry Birds 2. I actually haven't seen that.
people keep citing that movie, and I genuinely can't tell how many people
You're going
like
back to-
swear by it legitimately and how many people are being sarcastic. Because I've definitely gotten a good dosage of both.
I'm definitely.
Meanwhile, I literally don't care enough. It could be like a 9 out of 10, and I have no interest. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This is
I
first
feel like a
movie.
mobile game shouldn't have a movie.
Been thinking about.
I mean,
I think
I sometimes remember the Emoji Movie happened.
what she was
Yep.
trying to say.
We let it happen
was
as a
awesome.
species.
So we let it people.
It's going to go just fine.
You made an
Oh,
entire
man.
movie about pictures on your phone. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Hey man, you got games on your
You know what
phone?
I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Fade to
surprised they
black.
never put in like a. They never put in like a Flappy Bird mention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. I love that movie.
Dude, that would have been crazy.
You got a guess.
Let's talk about forgettable movies. Actually, Tomb Raider 2 movie with Alicia Vikander. Like, where's that? That's been like
What
in the
movie?
works for about a million years.
The second reboot Tomb Raider film that was like in development hell right now.
You've helped me through.
Yeah,
Or
like,
production
it's
hell, I
just
should say.
Seemingly
Sorry for
still happening, but like we haven't seen a single thing about it.
dumping my leftovers.
And what I would find hilarious is if the movie is more accurate to the game in that she has her dual pistols like she did in the post-credit sequence at the end
Thank you.
of the first
That-
one,
that's a
whereas the
funny
game
way to-
series reboot
Lucky.
didn't even
that's a-
bother.
This lady dropped.
That's a
No,
funny
she
way
got
to
it
like.
at the end of the first. You know what? I mentioned that like edgy reboot thing where they have to like work up to a character looking like their original versions. Like, why is that like a thing?
I should.
I-
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry to-
And I think honestly, Tomb Raider might be the funniest example because it just requires giving her a second gun.
It's like the whole game. It's like, oh man, she gets the blue tank top, she gets the gloves, she gets the guns at the very end of the game. It's like, dude,
They finally turned.
Because you have to jerk off their nostalgia or whatever. It's
Yep.
freaking stupid.
it's like they make a huge deal about like Dante having black hair, then it turns white in the game at the very end. It's like,
And that's
no,
worth celebrating.
who cares?
'Cause it's
Just make
epic.
him have the white hair. Why does Virgil have the white hair and Dante doesn't? What the fuck? How does that make any sense?
Well, it's clearly
And
it's-
Dante goes, "This devil may cry," and then he shoots up like a school or something. I don't know.
It's funny because they
what
already had this truly was a Devil May Cry in the third game already,
From one.
and it's
Yeah.
like they don't even do that in the reboot.
This is
He
just
doesn't even have a.
this is
He
just
doesn't
this.
even have a. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say this is all just set up to the inevitable sequel to the reboot.
This is for you.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's so funny. Like that game, the title makes no sense because there's no shop called Devil May Cry in that game.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
You know, for
Like it's just called that. And also the title's really dumb. It's called DMC Devil May Cry. Like wow, that's like what does that even mean? Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry. Okay.
I can't wait for COD Call of Duty.
Not in a million years. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in utter shock.
It's just
Like I shouldn't be surprised, but I am
this.
that the next game is going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God.
Like,
yeah.
For all you
They
do for
because they took the whole thing with like DMC I guess is DMC Devil May Cry.
Doesn't have to be
but, like,
real.
You have like Doom or God of War, where they get the new game or the reboot and just name it after the first one again.
The Kiss of Death.
They do that, but it's not even like the series name. Like they didn't call the new one Call of Duty. It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which was a subtitle for an already existing game, not even the series.
Today.
And then they're getting a sequel to that, which is also an already existed game in a series that got up to 3.
Always do
Why?
Aren't there actually like 2 Hitman 2s?
Yes, there
They're
are.
like vastly different from each other.
But that's the thing. I at least, as stupid as that is, I can at least justify that more because Hitman is at least the name of the series. So if you're gonna reboot it and just call it Hitman, whatever, go ahead. It's stupid, but sure. But like,
I have a small
Modern Warfare was already
feel accepted.
a thing.
I can't wait for us.
Reuse your subtitles, yeah.
I can't wait for us to get to the point where these reboots start getting reboots, so we'll eventually have another Modern Warfare, and now there's 3 Modern Warfares.
And express my gratitude.
Nick, it'd be like if we got friggin' a new game and they called it Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time.
I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I hate it. I hate it when they just name it after the first one. Like God of War isn't even a reboot; it's a sequel.
Yeah.
It's just called God of War.
Call it God of 4 for Christ's sake.
Cleared up.
Fun. Like I'm glad that the new game is called like what is it, Ragnarok? Or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, and not just God of War 2.
And to say thanks.
But I
That
still
would have
think,
been
I
an
don't know. I
insult.
can't think of a more egregious example than freaking Modern Warfare 2. I think that's actually the extreme worst possible option.
Yeah.
I can't believe they did it. Then we went full circle.
Like next thing I know, we're gonna be getting a new game called Call of Duty Black Ops,
This is good time.
and I'm going to end everything.
Doesn't Battlefield do something similar too? Like they just
Well, they did.
Yeah.
They did
They just-
Battlefield 1.
yeah,
And
that's,
as
that,
weird
that,
as that-
I don't think that makes it any better. Really, it's like, are you talking about the original Battlefield or like Battlefield 1, the remake of Battlefield, the original?
It's kind of
I'll at least give that one credit. Where as annoying as the name is, it at least makes sense because it's World War One,
See you later then.
and it's going back to that time period, so it at
Alright.
least works. And at least that was like the best game they'd had in years, so like they weren't complaining.
Think you keep an eye on things.
I don't know, just think of better. It's not that hard. Just get better names.
Working? Sorry to distract you.
Stop
Because now
stealing.
God of War is rebooted and it's cinematic with award-winning story about a father and son coming together. I fucking love I love these violent parent games where like you play as a violent parent who has to look after like a child and or
And I
actual like
say it at work.
figure.
Welcome.
And you walk, it's the camera's like over the shoulder, there's forced walking.
Right.
It's called The Last of Us syndrome.
I really like that
Yeah.
genre of game, and I like how we keep getting that same genre of game
most of the
and
important
taking
stuff.
away what
If you're
made
still
the original
having
ones
trouble
unique.
with
It's really
any of
cool.
it,
And they,
Imagine
Yeah.
they all keep thinking this is like the first time we've seen this sort of gameplay.
Anyway, I'll see you at school.
This is
Well, 'cause-
something I love about. I was kind of worried with, oddly enough, Spider-Man on PS4 or now PS5.
Perfect timing.
I was like really worried that when I saw that there was a bit of Peter Parker gameplay.
Sorry.
I was like, oh no, we're gonna spend ages being Peter Parker. We're gonna have to wander around, be friendly with everybody. Like, no, those were 2 seconds. It's mostly swinging around, like just like you want to be doing. That was the perfect way to do it, in my opinion.
To be fair, if any game can get away with doing that kind of thing, it would probably be a Spider-Man game because of how important Peter Parker is to Spider-Man in
Yeah,
general.
I suppose
That's
so.
like the one where you could get away with it if you wanted to.
I
You just
still wouldn't
have
be
to
happy
smart
about it.
You're my key item, right?
Let me do my
that,
taxes as Peter.
It's pretty strange that we never got a Batman game that was ever like that either.
Not
We
yet.
never
had,
really got
like-
to play as Bruce Wayne. No.
Yeah, it was like at the start of Arkham City, you got to play as Bruce Wayne, but then like never again.
Mm.
Give it time. I'm sure it'll come.
Well, you get to play as Bruce Wayne at the end of Arkham Knight, in a
Whoa.
cutscene.
Oh yeah. So I guess my argument has
spoilers,
been destroyed.
everybody. Batman is actually Bruce Wayne. Sorry, we forgot to preface that. Really sorry.
I never said anything. You
Sonic
might have
did this-
assumed.
Sonic did this naming shit for years. There's like 4 different games just called Sonic the Hedgehog, and
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
one's the good one is like really hard to find now.
You should
Um,
be hanging around.
I mean, yeah, the good one released in 2006. We all know.
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
know.
I'd
I mean,
prefer
zero sarcasm out of everything that is called Sonic the Hedgehog, just point blank period. That's probably the one I'd be the most compelled to play at any given moment.
It's just
It
Have
is
you
the most
tried-
entertaining out of all of them.
Have you tried the Project 06 fan
I
game?
still want to get back on
Not yet, but it looks great.
closer to a
It is very good.
facility.
Well, because like as many jokes as everyone,
actually
and
fixed
myself
it?
included,
Oh, this
Well,
is gonna kick off.
as many jokes as I have made about it and everyone else has made about Sonic 06, that game does have a very strong, I don't know if I'd say foundation, but it's got a lot of foundational elements that are really strong in the base game that, if they had time to work on it, could have been something really good. And Project 06 actually, because it's a fan project that like just makes everything function
Haru and I
and like
places to
fixes up the movesets of like Sonic, Shadow Silver, all that.
our moves
and just,
will probably
Like some of the level design, it's just trying to remake the game into being
I
something
plan to
good.
keep learning about the business while also
And
attending
it's
Sonic.
freaking great. It's
That's
cool.
why Mako-chan and I were talking about how we won't be able to get together like we
I
used
think
to.
he's working on the silver parts now, and
gonna
that's
tell
going to
them
be
too?
interesting.
I mean, the little bits we've seen of Silver from it, like,
I
look
passed the entrance
awesome.
exam. I'm gonna be a high schooler starting in April.
Because Silver in the original game just kind of
Then
picked
college,
people up, and
then
that's it.
Finally research
all he could do, huh?
Well, my favorite thing is
I apologize.
I used to play a ton of
I should be
multiplayer in
wishing you
Sonic
all the best of
06,
luck.
and the meta of that was just whoever you were playing with. If you were playing Silver, you could just pick them up and hold them in place as long as you wanted forever.
Oh,
bonds
we all have?
And you would just run as far as you could as Silver while holding them in place, while they potentially didn't try to wrestle the controller out of your hands.
Great strides.
Just rewinding a little bit. How the hell did you convince someone to play Sonic 06 with you?
No matter how many
I had a fun childhood.
I will accept this feeling that's
No, but I would just hold them in place until I got to a like immovable wall that I couldn't get past without their help, or just like using the janky Silver gameplay. So I'd then spend like 5 minutes fighting one enemy as Silver, and by the time I did that, the door would open and they'd finally get back to me. So I just hold them in place again and keep running.
I think one of my favorite facts is that the Sonic 06 multiplayer makes an appearance very briefly in an episode of Breaking Bad.
Following
Yes!
what I want to do in life.
Does it?
Jesse and
Yeah.
Breaking Bad played a lot of Sonic games.
I thought it was.
because he also played All Star Racing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was All Star Racing they
She
played.
is at
No,
training.
no,
played
they
both.
played Sonic 06 multiplayer.
Huh.
while her viewpoint.
Yeah, no, I
Oh
think
yes,
there
he
might
and
also be
Brock
one
play
more
it, don't
Sonic
they?
game.
Or he and what's her face?
He plays Sonic 06 with Brock,
She told
and
me
he plays
the other day.
All Stars Racing with some girl in the house he
Mom,
buys.
wasn't it? I could have
A
sworn.
newspaper clipping?
No, that was
It was lying on the ground.
after
Maruki's
he
palace.
buys a certain house
This
in the show.
article.
Ah.
And he's just throwing parties there.
He's lovely.
I love that scene so much because he's like really like high on drugs and stuff, and you see him grab a girl's hand
This is
and like lead her up, and it looks like, oh, he's just leading her up to like have sex with her or whatever. And once he gets her, he sits her on the bed and then just hands her a controller, and they just start playing Sonic
That's
Racing.
fucking awesome.
It's so good. Oh man, that's a freaking great show.
We've all got to keep living with our eyes.
It is,
focused
still
on our
holds up.
dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
We got
Mhm.
Better Call Saul almost wrapped up now as well.
Yeah, now have you guys been watching that actively?
I have been. Josh hasn't.
I've watched up to season 5.
Very impressed.
Okay, season 6 so far is like
You a
peak.
little celebration in honor.
It's
of
really good.
With the last episode that we just had this week was a little slow, but it's clearly one of those ones where it's got to set up a bunch of stuff, and it has to happen. But it's just for this 1 week, we're just like, yeah.
Season 5, like,
Thank you for the generous.
it takes a little bit to get going, but I personally think that's like the
Wasn't
best
what I
season of all
said.
so far.
Lalo towards the end is where it really peaks
Go
for
easy on
me.
me.
Yeah.
Stylish Substance says, I've just realized that this run started almost a year ago.
Yes, it did. And
It
here
did,
we are,
yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
We got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably actually talk about the game here.
Yeah.
You guys like Persona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Love it.
Hate it.
So anyway, back
SMT's
to
better.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about that anniversary Sonic game that Mystic Sage brought up.
What is it, Origins?
Yeah.
I don't like. I get what that game is doing.
Why
good.
is my question.
I get it. I don't think it needs to be $40. I've never seen a justification that's made it make any sense to me. They're like, oh, they're adding cutscenes. They're making, which I think it's cool. They're adding like a quote unquote story mode that transitions between all of the games so you can play them all in order. I think that's cool. That said, $40 for games that have been out for years. That, like, I get it's the superior mobile version. I get it.
Those superior mobile versions were also like $5, not even.
They were $5 and they've existed. I get we're finally getting them on consoles. They've existed for like 10 years. But it's not worth that much money. These games are, all of them are like 30 years old, and I get they're good games. Well,
that you can find for free online.
Sonic 2 and 3 are pretty good.
That's tomorrow, right?
CD is tenuous, and Sonic 1 is a video game.
When you return the favor, and then do the gifting.
I don't know.
It's not
at
worth
least,
40.
Yeah, it isn't worth $40.
Right?
Like that's just how it is.
We're entering.
Get it together.
My main issue with it is just how they deliberately set it up so that way you had to basically buy the deluxe edition.
Two versions, yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Just to basically get everything.
And it's funny because the bonuses they offer are like dumb. Like, oh, you can rotate the camera, the 3D models in the background. It's like, wow, why would I ever do that?
Wow, that's so cool. And it's like, yeah, you can get an animated menu screen. It's like, hey, great. Why wasn't it animated to begin with?
Maybe if it was, it would have been worth $40. I don't know. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe.
But
Gotta give them flowers.
I don't get it.
I gotta take.
We're in a weird stage with Sonic fans where it is the exact opposite of, like, I'd say like the early 2010s, late 2000s, where
that new aquarium.
And you can have your own debate about which is better in the long run, but it was very much a state of Sonic fans hated everything Sega was doing and putting out, and they were not being serviced at all. And the community itself, with like fan games and stuff, was thriving because what else did they have to work with? But they were very not lenient at all with Sega with whatever they were doing. And now we're at a point where I feel like Sega does just the bare minimum to please fans, like just enough. To where suddenly fans are like, they gave us a thing I want. All right, Sega can do no wrong. We have to keep praising it. It's like it's like the thing with a lot of series where they're like, this game has to do good, or else you're not getting any more games in the series. It is because the Sonic 2 movie somewhat services the fans, and Sonic Origin somewhat services the fans, and Sonic Frontiers might somewhat service the fans. All of a sudden, Sonic is peak beautiful. Don't criticize it. You're evil.
You were paying attention.
And it's like, these are still heavily flawed things. Why are we like? You can still criticize these things.
Just follow the plan.
What happened to the flip? What? Why?
It's foolproof. Leave it to the chief.
Well,
moral of the story: Sonic was never good.
Is on you. Prep and make those reservations.
I mean, I agree. But...
The good games don't exist.
I'm trying to. Was that GameSpot? I think.
Now it's up.
Where it's the clip of. It's like a clip of an IGN or GameSpot employee. Like they're in a round table talking about the series. They just
that's
Sonic
IGN.
was never good. Yeah, Sonic was never
IGN.
good.
And whoever likes it just wants to have sex with Big the Cat. That's what they said.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Put that on the record.
It's true, but it's also completely irrelevant.
See, I'm not going to be happy with the Sonic 3 movie unless we get just like a really fat cat named Big, like who looks like Garfield and is just kind of wandering around.
I'm not going to be happy with the Sonic 3 movie unless they change literally nothing about Shadow's backstory and keep it as like
All you have to do
really weirdly dark as it was in the game.
I need to see a little girl get shot.
I think it would be hilarious.
My apologies.
At some point, there has to be a spin-off movie with Shadow the Hedgehog wielding a gun and such.
For your patience.
They're gonna have to talk about the Black Arms, Shadow possibly being an android. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and Shadow talking about those, as he puts it, those disgusting black creatures.
Name and information.
And we're gonna have
he
Shadow
said it, not
say-
me.
He's gonna say, It's like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by
Which is
me.
fine by-
To the aquarium.
That's the thing, like,
It's gonna be busy.
the bad Sonic games tend to be so much more interesting fundamentally than a lot of the good ones. Doesn't mean I want more of them, but they always have a story behind them. Like the story behind Sonic 3, it's like they made another Sonic game. They hired Michael Jackson. It's like, okay, that's cool.
In that underground passage in Shibuya.
Like, it's split into 2 games. All right. Story of Sonic and the Secret Rings is a trip.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a Wii port of 06, but we don't have enough time. Hey, let's make this like really weird game instead, where you just tilt the Wii remote to control him. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh man.
Oh.
I think that's like maybe the first game I ever 100%ed.
See?
And I did not enjoy every second of it. I enjoyed the like vast minority
I tried to keep
of seconds playing that game.
okay. That comes out to
I did not have other games growing up though, so it is what it is. I wanted to play Blaze in the party mode.
I need to express
I
appreciation.
forgot how long it takes the game to wrap up here.
Yep, it does.
It goes on for a bit.
That's weird. Why is it? I beat the fall boss. Why is it still going? Huh.
Right? Don't worry. I'm a
The real day is Mariki.
manners. I won't be tagging along.
Oh man.
All right.
I mean, I do appreciate the like the cooldown period of this, just kind of like wrapping things up.
Yeah.
It is a bit much, I think. Like I don't really complain about it per se, but I think it is a bit much having White Day back to back with Valentine's Day in the game. So it's 2 dates in a row. Just chilling.
It's just
Like, I mean, I
compensating for the lack of time with Sumire, I feel like.
something like that.
There are so many different kinds of fish. I'd never have realized.
I don't know. I think as time has gone on, I kind of think that
Beautiful.
Persona 5 starts to overstay its welcome.
I
Like,
remember
I think
we
it
had a family
really
trip
should
to
just
an
wrap up at
aquarium
this
when I was
point. Like,
younger.
Oh god, the
Yeah.
adulting dating website is back.
But
it's like,
apparently I was so scared.
But
really?
That's the thing, because P5 is already like what 50 hours longer than most of its like contemporaries in the series.
Yeah, it is by far the longest Atlas game.
Yeah.
It's like nearly twice the length of most of their RPGs. So
It's like
Which
you can just tell me.
it's nice that they added so much new content to Royal. It's just this is a pretty lengthy game. You're
It is.
treading on Xenoblade 2 territory here.
You, senpai.
I mean, the length never
We're on
bothered me personally, like, because I always forget how much time I actually am spending as I'm playing, but yes, I do agree that maybe when it comes to Persona 6 or something, or the next mainline game in general, we should maybe make it a little shorter to make it more accessible.
What?
We'll see
It's-
though.
Well,
I know it's like
you up on
when
that.
I played this for the video and I did everything, it took like 110 hours compared to like
restaurant is beautiful.
Persona 3, which took like 70. And it's like, okay, I'm kind of like,
You?
I don't think I ever want to play this game again for the rest of my life. I think
To
I'm
be
done.
honest,
I think I've had my fill
so am I.
until I play it again when it comes to PC
I think-
eventually.
So strange.
I think that's me with
So
P1 at
happy
this
with my
point.
boyfriend, but
Doing 4 runs of that game, 3 Sebek routes and 1 Snow Queen route.
I can get through
I'm like,
it.
this game's fine. Please never put it in front of me again.
I played that game like 2 years ago, and I'm still done with it.
I'm glad we're.
I mean, like, I enjoyed it much more than most people.
Oh,
Like, going through it, it was not as tiring as generally it tends to be. It was just going through it so many times because I kept losing my footage.
Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen,
Agony.
thank you for joining us on this special day.
I remember,
Triple the amount of Lone Prayer.
With one
I still haven't played the PC version of Persona 4 yet.
looks like
Like,
some.
Me neither.
It's like I played about like the first dungeon, but I haven't done a full playthrough of the PC version.
It's
Yeah.
Like, somebody bought it for me day one. I was like, awesome. I never booted it up.
I actually bought 2 copies the day it came out.
Thank you.
I bought it
Okay,
for me and I bought it
technically-
for someone else.
Technically, that is accurate too.
Never saw.
Because I bought a copy for myself.
So.
And then my brother bought his own copy at the exact same time.
Really?
And he was with me, so I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll return mine. And then somebody sent me a copy on top of that, so I guess it was 3 times.
Oh,
It's like, all right,
Yep, I got it.
Rest, Senpai.
sure.
Take care of everybody. And you always put their happiness before anything else.
I'm gonna send something in the chat. Can you mod me real quick so I can just watch it?
Yep.
Yep.
One
I'm
moment.
not
Okay.
sure
Just,
if you
yeah,
would
just
like to do for me.
give me mod and I'll just.
I guess that might not be for.
Can I have mod?
There you go.
Alright, cool, thanks. I'm gonna start off by banning everyone in your chat.
Ooh.
Thank you. It'll definitely happen eventually.
Oh my, it's Nam from Nam's Compendium. Yes, I've been in the call the whole time.
Maybe about it. We still have some time left tonight, so can I stay with you
Oh
a
yeah.
little longer?
Right, that's the last date of the game. And also,
Say goodbye to everyone. One
yeah.
by one.
Yep, here we go.
Yeah.
The real part of the ending.
Hey, you're finally taking off tomorrow.
Sojiro said you don't have to help out here today.
Go and see your friends before you leave.
Yeah, we don't have much longer left.
Off you go.
So, yeah, well, before we have to end the stream, so, yeah, maybe let's just skip the whole thing.
Just
When
go
I
back
got to
inside.
Royal, I just didn't say goodbye to everybody. I did the main party, and then that was it. I was just like, no.
Sent me a message this
Alright,
morning.
speedrun time.
Oh, you didn't get the new game plus items.
Told her I was getting.
No, I just
Speed
don't
up.
care. I know I'm not gonna New Game Plus it because I don't really tend to.
Oh, you
But
know that promise and
like, I just
The one
I
about going to
can't be bothered.
this.
Okay, speedrun tech. Just go outside and then immediately go back inside and ends the
Yeah.
day.
Wait, speaking of the time investment of this game, I've been wanting to New Game Plus this game for like at the very least half a year.
Everyone else around is the scariest.
And I haven't gotten around to it because I'm like, if I sit down and play this game, I'm gonna have to
I've been
keep at it,
curious every
which
day.
I have no problems with. It's just my schedule does.
Yeah, it's quite an investment to be sure.
I just remembered, yeah, my master file where I did everything is technically not done because I have 99% of the compendium and I have not made the New Game Plus Persona yet. The only one I'm
Nice.
Wow. So what you're telling me is that your Izanagi no Okami is mid?
Here, I want you.
missing. Actually, my Izanagi no Okami is pretty good.
Nope.
I have not made a set denial though.
I find it really funny.
I'm surprised you.
In this game, they removed the Reaper Despair thing that you could do in vanilla, where you could just grind levels. So
You had quite the side job.
so yeah, in this game you could just
Behave.
in vanilla you could get to November and immediately get to like level 99 without any effort and just break the game. And in this game they fixed that, so in your first run you really can't. Except now in New Game Plus, because of Izanagi no Okami, the persona I've set up from the get-go, the moment I can enter mementos, I can insta-kill a Reaper in one hit.
No, it's insane.
It is.
It's fun. So yeah, no, like next time I boot up the game, I could just
But I am
crack out my Joker.
things to attend to. On the record.
I gotta get all your stats. You gotta get your HP and SP to 999
The
too.
stigmas that came with
I question the people who like 100% this game to the extent of getting all their party members to max permanent stats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure New Game Plus keeps your
whenever you need help.
your Jazz Club benefits for them. Yeah.
I'll be doing my part to bring some real justice
too much.
to the legal system.
I remember when the completionist went to beat P5, he had like a mental crisis, being like, have I really completed the game if I haven't gotten every single chocolate from the
Every
girls
single
for Valentine's Day?
I'm like,
beating this game like 11 times in a row.
About me, which
And people dared to tell him, no, you haven't completed it. I'm like, you're bad people.
What?
it's like, nah, he finished it. Like, come on. Like
He
who
beat
cares?
the game 5 times, guys. Like,
all thanks to you
shut up.
for supporting me through it all.
Yeah, I love this game, but like, yeah, 11 times, hell no.
Situation with
I
Oyamata.
I have my sanity to worry about.
I don't know
Like,
where the emotion comes from.
I I've only beaten P5 if you count vanilla and royal. I've only beaten it 4 times, and I'm on my 5th
Which
month.
one's all better? Keep your.
And that's already excessive.
I want you there.
Because like that, yeah, I started a run of royal like way back
Yeah.
on New Game Plus. That's already a lot. That's far more P5 than most people can tolerate.
I've only been I've only been it 3 times.
Yeah, thinking of out of obligation having to beat that game 6 more times for a friggin' piece of chocolate, I would like no.
Yeah.
It's been hard for me as well. I doubt I'd have endured
I
it.
did like 5 New Game Plus runs for SMT5 though. I loved every minute of it.
Lessons were
That's a fun game.
Apparently,
That game you can also speed run in like 4 hours.
apparently the game sucks now, though. Didn't you know?
Yeah, it's bad now. It's all just bad now.
That's true.
Better send you off.
You know what I find weird?
It's an incredibly
Because a lot of people they take issue with like the technical side of like SMT5 and it running like poorly.
embarrassingly enough, I hardly
I never had any issues with SMT5 in that regard, like in a major sense,
a new chapter.
until it released. Like,
Day 1 patch.
but that's the thing. Like, I think the day 1 patch did something to mess with that game because it was running pretty fine when I initially played it, and once it actually released, I was like, this is definitely rougher than it was.
Oh, it's a little strange meeting here.
Oh man,
That
I hope that game gets.
coffee shop ventures.
Atlas fixing things that aren't broken. Wow.
Its launch, even while attending college.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
hope
say.
that game drops on a like on PS5 or something. Hopefully, eventually, maybe, probably not.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
That's a gorgeous game. That game looks phenomenal. It's just on a Switch.
I mean, we got No More Heroes 3 coming to to more consoles, so maybe.
It requires
so happy.
Atlas to acknowledge what the fans want, and they never do.
Yeah. No, apparently we need a 45-minute survey for that.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have like 5 surveys first, certainly.
You know,
Like, how many times have we told them that we want Switch ports and stuff, and they're still being like, "You guys want
you know,
it?"
I'll give them credit in this sense. It seems like they're actually, for once, taking the West seriously, considering the fact that
Not
Soul
us.
Hackers 2. That's well, I was just gonna say, even regardless, like Soul Hackers 2 is on the Xbox at all.
So,
Yeah.
come to say
Yeah,
That-
well, we were talking about it earlier. Europe is completely ignored in everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
sure, they might be now. You know, they did that, as Josh said, 45-minute survey for North America.
Yeah.
What about
no,
Europe?
you guys
What
are-
about
you guys are North
Australia?
American.
What about anybody besides bloody North America?
it's fine. You can trust me. You're
I
North
hate,
American.
hate,
Just fill out the
hate
survey.
Atlas sometimes so much.
I have more than merely
Fine.
to give you today, though.
It's the epitome of the people who genuinely think like America is the center of the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
And all problems revolve around this freaking country.
Blessing to you to carry on your journey.
everywhere else is just like East and West
You were
America.
confined
Yeah.
to yourself for so long.
Ah man.
Now at last it seems
Yeah, you hear me? You hear me? Friggin' Nick up in North USA.
However, I'm able to pass it on to you at that point. This is the least I can do for you now. With this key in hand, you will be able to break free of whatever trials may imprison you in the future. Though of course,
Yeah, that's
you
foreshadowing.
have chosen the path of true freedom. By inspiring others to take up
I do like
their own beliefs,
I think you go to
you
Kichi
may
Joji.
change the world itself. You walk the path
If you go to Kichi Joji on this day, I think you can find an RV, which kind of is like teasing strikers. I could be wrong.
Let's have a look. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that apparently in one of the beach areas, I think, or might be Seaside Park. I'm thinking of. Mika is actually there.
Is she?
Yeah, apparently. I remember one of our commenters saying that. Right, where's this RV then?
I am not sure. I just know it's somewhere.
We'll just have a
I
quick
also
stroll.
think there's. It's not. I think it's in Akihabara. You can also find that one girl who gives you that random pop star song.
Oh, right. Don't see any RVs here right now. This is just a quick
It's like
scan,
in a
though.
little. Yeah, it's like in a little divot. Oh, I didn't know you could find him here. What the
I
heck?
didn't know this
What the
either.
heck? This is a big game.
Jesus.
We're still learning things even after all these playthroughs.
Can we find Rumi somewhere? She's just
Maybe
vibing
at
out.
this rate, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because I assume then you can, which I think I actually might have seen that before. You can probably find Sumi's coach.
I would
assume.
imagine
probably.
so, because Joker's interacted with her before.
Stylish substance says go to the jazz club ASAP.
We'll have a look at that then.
Atlas just kind of hates Europe, huh? Says Alcyduk. Yeah. Like I said, it's just they ignore us for sales, they ignore us for surveys, they always release to us last. It's just insane.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, I did not.
No, yeah, I knew about that. I forgot about it though.
Right. We'll go to Shinjuku then. How many have we got left?
I thought that was a Dachi for a second. What the heck?
Do you?
A Dachi jump scare.
I'm surprised you knew where I was.
Adachi jump scare.
Are you
I'm surprised you knew where I was. You're always here.
lying? So, I'm close to being able to report.
You're here quite literally every single day.
Ever since all that
It's like noon. Why are you drinking?
But it looks like
She still hasn't left from last night.
thanks to here. It's a record of the struggles we shared.
We?
I heard the Phantom Thieves are just
You sat here and got drunk.
so boring around here. Not every day you get to chase after a bunch of young
You
revolutionaries.
just mentioned that I was a Phantom Thief in front of Lala-chan.
Hold on though.
She knew.
Yeah, you got more tricks up your sleeve. You're going home, not turning over a new leaf. I'll be keeping an ear out for your next adventure, okay? I promise. I'll tell
We'll keep an ear out for it. Probably release in Japan first, and then wait like a year.
Yeah, but then we have to really ask if they really want the game. I don't know. Like, I don't think so. I don't think they would like this. I think they would like the dancing game though. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I have a question. You guys did take the survey, right?
Well, I didn't.
You should be.
Well, it's for North America, we can.
I mean, I'm sure we could probably lie, but I mean, they'll probably
sure to
get like our IP address or something and find out.
I haven't had the time to take it yet.
Receiving
No,
encouragement.
because there's a lot of questions for like every single port. They're like, do you want a mobile subscription version?
What?
And I was like, 'cause they would ask if you wanted like a free to play mobile game, a single paid mobile game, or a subscription service mobile game. And I was so tempted to be like, what if I just pick that for everything?
This card represents.
Oh,
Ruined everything.
well,
for
imagine
everyone.
if everybody thought like that and actually did it, and then suddenly Atlas actually thinks that we thought that.
To bring joy to any fate.
I don't know. All I'm saying is they suggested the potential of a P5 card game.
Based on any algorithm.
I want that.
Just
Yeah,
Did they
that seems
actually
decent.
like make a Persona versus card game and supposedly it came out, but I've not seen anything on it.
You're hallucinating. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're hallucinating.
Oh, here's Mika.
Right here.
You buy them out. Mika's so funny because I feel like it's the perfect example of the Atlas budget for P5. It's they gave one confidant character a unique sprite
Yeah.
when they have all these unique characters for all the other ones, and they were like, okay, all right, we ran out of budget for the artists. All right, let's just make them generic then.
She got more than Maruki's friend there, the handsome man.
Yeah. Listen, because in Royal, they suddenly had a massive budget. So for every character who appears in like one scene max, they'll give them a complete unique sprite set, like Sumi's dad.
Yeah.
But then they never give the SIU director a name.
Tomorrow, huh?
No.
This means the Phantom Thieves have disbanded. My
Like a wise son should have a friggin'
It's not really
sprite set.
but it's coming along.
Friggin' I forget his name.
Kaoru.
Wait, we're making this
Yeah.
a series? I don't know if it'll be that big of a deal, but if I actually get this done, I guess it'd be a waste to stop at one. Makes me wonder how many people I can reach with my work. It's exciting, but kind of scary too. It might be a bestseller, Or it might just fade into
I
obscurity.
think you can talk to the current
It's
president
gonna
of
fade.
Okumura in Kichijoji, says Stylish Substance. Well, yeah, we're not going to go back there. We're already spending too much time with this.
Even if I'm scared of failing,
Yeah.
I'll face this head on. Just like you
I'll
did
take your word for
with
it.
the calling card. Oh yeah. It's still a pretty early draft, but it'd mean a lot if you could read it sometime. I could really use your feedback.
I will not.
Probably had tons of crazy fights I don't even know about, right?
In fact, we probably will forget about each and every one of you in Strikers.
The more of it I get on record, the better.
That
They
is
never-
sad. I at least wish they had something in that game.
They never fucking visit Mishima and Strikers, yeah.
They don't visit
Yeah.
anybody. What the hell?
Also,
Try
I
to
think
go
the
to,
Popstar
like-
girl was like right there. No.
I know they
Say
try
what?
to go to EY's shop and like
Oh,
Kemi's shop,
you
but they're
came to
both
visit.
closed. I'm pretty sure
You
EY
heard
died
about
though
John,
because of
correct?
fucking Yakuza shenanigans.
Truth. I have an important.
Yeah, EY is deceased after gaming too hard, and Kemi's on summer vacation.
Very
Yeah.
much. If I do well, that will make it
Mishima would
straight
become a
wins.
YouTuber in the
I'll work
future.
hard so I can give you a good report.
No,
Yeah.
stop him.
Mishima playing League on Twitch.
Hey everybody, it's Mishima for you here, and today we're going to be discussing why Lilith is the sexiest persona in all of Megaten.
Like
You
a
would.
knight standing
You would do
victorious
that.
At the end of a great
Mishima for you.
I feel like we need to tell Tony that he's officially the Mishima of the Megaten
skills
community.
have truly helped such a dauntless champion.
Fucking rip Tony.
And it has been an
Unlucky.
honor and a pleasure. From one
This
player to
was
another
a decision of violence.
for you.
Man, subscribe to Tony. He's great. He's Mishima.
It can only move onward, never back. So let us continue on our own paths, even if we have to part ways for now. One day, when the two of us Lances have been promoted, we will retrace our steps and meet again.
It's just a game, bro.
Fumi, what are you talking about?
This is real life. Okay.
It's not that deep.
Tony is the most base Megaten content creator, says Outside Ek.
He's really cool. I love talking to that guy.
Oh my god.
You should watch his latest video because I made the thumbnail for it. You should watch it.
Dude, that's base. You know, but honestly, if I have to be honest, the most based Megaten content creator
What a coincidence.
for this.
I'm about to give a lecture. You're going back home tomorrow, right? Make sure you keep up your studies.
You're all stars in my heart.
Well, ain't that sweet?
Most base content creator is points at audience
course.
you.
I love the girl reading this. It's such a funny phrase.
Time we'll see each other for a while.
Girl reading
You can
this,
at least
that's
be
so
a little
fucking
sad
good.
about it. I'm kidding. Honestly, seeing you so happy gives me peace of mind. Now
Yeah, you
that you're
sound
heading
it.
out into the world, I've got a present for you. It sounds like the setup to a joke. A student bumps into his teacher in a full French maid outfit.
That's so uninteresting.
Yeah, I was just.
That opened up a whole concept. Taught me so much. You're not
Oh
just
my
best
god.
You were a great master. I can make up for all the times
Shut the fuck up, Yukari.
students. The point is, I'll put in the work.
Oh
Learned a
my
lot from
god.
you, and I won't let that go to waste.
I've never seen Michelle Ruff give a bad performance like that.
Oh
Jesus.
my god. Does he care?
Why did you say that?
Because she sounds like she doesn't care.
It's like at the end of the day, she was just kind of reading off her lines to practice them, and they just recorded it and said good enough.
Oh, what a coincidence. I was just getting some of my college enrollment papers ready.
I just saw you with Kawakami. What were you doing?
Soon enough, I'll be moving on my own too.
Oh no.
She's speeding around.
Of course. Maybe not right away, but once things slow down, I'll definitely make the time. My sister and I are actually going to look at my new place soon. A year ago, all this would have been unthinkable for me. But nobody told me to do this. It's a path I chose for myself. If I'd never
All this and more will not feature in Strikers.
honor
Yep.
student, I'd never realized I had that choice.
I mean, I'd say she's one of the few that like
I want you to
you actually do, because that's one thing I do like about
I'll be a policeman.
Royal a lot is
By giving this to you.
People are like, oh, Strikers is just a sequel to Vanilla. What's the point?
Back together.
Strikers does a lot of stuff that makes the transition into, or Royal does a lot of stuff that makes the transition into Strikers feel a lot more natural. Like the conversation they all have together about their futures, I think it's a really good touch.
Is it even officially like? Is it even official that it takes place after Vanilla Persona 5? Because I always felt like it could break into either.
That's the thing. People get very like obsessive over which game it follows when the answer is so blatantly obvious that it could just follow either, and that's the point.
Yeah.
You make it sound like I'm gonna die or something.
Like, I don't.
It doesn't matter. It's like that's the thing.
No, it doesn't.
It's like
whatever you want.
It's like, why isn't Akechi there? Because everyone thinks he's dead either way.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't Tsumi there? I don't know. She's doing gymnastics. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's like she's probably too busy.
Yeah. Why isn't
She was
Maruki a
too
party
busy
member?
for the ending of this game.
If I'm gonna get any.
That's true.
Oh, you could say that for any.
Can we get Maruki playable and he just drives a taxi around?
Why does Zenkichi sometimes go north, even though it's not him?
My argument for why Strikers is clearly based after Vanilla instead of Royal is that Joker cannot sprint anywhere. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. If it was post Royal, he could sprint, but no, he can't. It must be from Vanilla.
No.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Worth looking forward to. For
Got me beat.
It's all thanks to you, man.
Okay. 2 more. I think 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. Almost there.
Who's the better father, Dojima or Zenkichi, says Mystic State? Zenkichi.
Zenkichi. Dojima's an ass.
An absolute dick.
Dojima's not a good father, and that's
No.
the whole point.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Our own thing, huh? Honestly, it's not really hitting me yet.
You know, I do find it funny with this game.
Makes sense.
An issue that the other Persona games just overall do not have is they have no excuse they could even think to muster up as to why you don't have Satanile.
Yeah.
They don't bother answering that question or even posing it.
Yeah.
It just happens.
On me in this month's issue.
Which that's where I also hear a weird thing where people are like, well, that proves it. Satanile is not Joker's persona; it's the persona of the masses.
I want to give.
And that's why he couldn't beat Narukami's Truth Beam because it's not his persona, guys.
If you play Persona
The days I
Q2,
spent
it
with
is.
you were some of the brightest in my life.
If you look, Izanagi no Okami is not Narukami's persona. It is actually the persona of truth, and the glasses are actually representing the truth. So it's actually the glasses persona, and not
Izanagi no
Narukami's.
Okami in Persona Q2 is not strong against psychic or nuclear, and Satanile is. Therefore, he is better.
Oh, more.
So true, Umti. Keep spitting.
God damn you, stupid bot. Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't care about your sexy chat adult dating site.
That's putting it mildly. This time last year,
Maybe the bot just knows that P5 fans needs to get laid.
or become a phantom thief. To that competition.
They're trying their hardest to make the message clear.
Well, I would like to bestow it upon you as a parting gift.
Fucking loves Narukami's Truth Beam.
As of now,
What's
So good. Like it's a good moment in P4. Like that's not to undercut the actual moment. It's just the moment you try to put like logistics to it.
chaos.
Shut up! Shut up! You're stupid. I don't want
He
to
just
hear
does
it.
it because he can. That's all it is. That's all he needs to know.
This is a friggin' franchise where it's canonical that the Velvet Attendants go back in time to friggin' like hypnotize you to sleep and then dance with competitions. Shut up!
Sure. Hey, I actually.
No one wants to hear it.
Alright, we're done with that.
Even when I was human, I kept holding on to this for some reason. Between a cat, a human, or some kind of vehicle, it's been hard to say for sure who or what I am.
If you like this rant, like and subscribe to Trash and Treasure.
Without a doubt, I'm your partner. Well then, we should probably go home and get packed, huh?
What's this we? You're out on the street.
You finished saying?
You're not
What do you
coming
mean,
home.
We're going home.
Well, how'd it go? Did it make you feel like you want to stay?
His bag's clipping through his shoulder. I've only just noticed.
I see. You must have.
Oh God, it is.
Mystic
Yeah.
Sage. Mystic
Early tomorrow from Shibuya.
Sage Messiah is not the P3 protagonist persona. That's actually Jesus come to Earth.
Stupid cat with you.
That's him.
I don't want her getting lost and ending up back here.
Don't make fun of me. I can go.
To hell with who the strongest protagonist is, says Pinkle. The real question is, what protagonist is the best dancer?
Narukami.
Hey, Futaba.
Mitsuru.
Yeah, I mean, Narukami just for his specialist dance.
Yes.
Sojiro's stupid.
Also, Izanagi shreds on a guitar, so like.
Not even a guitar. It's a guitar, but also a bass.
You're right. Oh my gosh, I love this series so much.
I still think Sukuna Hikana doing the piccolo was probably funnier.
That is
Even if
true.
you're not here, I'll make sure I do
Oh
my
my
best.
gosh, this is a series.
So, you go
You
do
see,
your best
you
too.
is the strongest protagonist because he beats a god through dance, and the other ones don't.
Cannot be deceived. What a fucking awesome trait.
You know what? I find I find that so funny as well. Like that you got the P forecast doing like their little dance to defeat the big god at the end, but then the 3 and 5 protagonists try to do the same thing, but the god's not even freaking there. It's like they do it in their like little arenas, but like they're not even freaking there. Just probably looking up from the heavens or something, being like, "What the hell are they doing down there?"
Listen, the canonical strongest protagonist is Naoya from P1 because
sorry,
it's canon. You can look it up. This happened.
I haven't been able.
He canonically shoots Nyarlathotep to death in that game.
Yeah,
that happens. He's weak to gun.
Well, at least you did a nice couple.
Yeah, he is strong. Wait a minute. Yeah, because his gun is a real gun. It is a.
It's a real.
It's an
It's a
actual
real assault
firearm.
rifle, and that Nyarlathotep, the supposed strongest being in Persona, just gets shot to death by. Just kills him.
And I guess technically, when you really think about it, Maya's guns aren't actually guns because it does regular physical damage.
That's true. Why is that game built like that? Why do weaknesses work like that in that game?
Why does Persona 1 have like 40 different element types when you look it up?
The chart is so funny. Because they have the element type specifically, and then the categories they're in, and sometimes they're weak to the categories or the specific elements, but sometimes they'll be weak to a certain category and not everything in it, but they'll just say the category.
Hey, look this way!
Why did they do that? Anyways, the game's ending.
Oh my god, this game has an ending?
We are all in
I
breakout.
thought it just went on forever like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Now it's time to sit in the thieves' den for a couple of hours.
Really gotta go?
God, I remember the first time I finished this game. The day before my birthday.
Even followed us here?
Fuck. I was almost graduated high school when this came out.
Oh, what a
Now
gut
I'm-
punch.
Now I'm an adult. I have become
Wait, the
what
original
fantasy is
P5 or
for
this
to
one?
destroy.
You're suggesting we split up? Should we?
Did you lose your ability to speak?
Dr. Markey, what happened? Why aren't you talking to me anymore?
Squid Games!
Here we go!
Come and get us!
He got a job pretty fast.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess it's been like a month.
It says here you
Doesn't
beat
feel
up a bunch of school teenagers.
Yeah, I apologize. It's fine. Only a couple punches to the face. It was like 3.
The thing is, why doesn't he go back to his like little psychology job? Like,
I was
He's a
just
bad
thinking about-
therapist.
Remember,
Well, I kind of thinking that you know, at least as they're portrayed in media, you know, taxi drivers listen to their passengers a lot, and I feel like Maruki just kind of wants to listen to people's problems and maybe offer advice. And I feel like, I guess, with being a taxi driver, he could do that more.
good luck.
But
Maybe.
I mean, I'm pretty sure him having like a doctorate or whatever would make him more money, but like whatever.
Yeah.
I guess if he wants to live like that,
He's still going through a crisis. Don't worry about it.
This is it.
Be sure to eat well.
We'll see you soon, right?
Yusuke's final words. Thank you.
We'll find you there.
We will hunt you down and
It's
kill
done.
you.
Yeah.
That's actually the plot of P5 Strikers, by the way, in case you were curious.
See you later, my
Bye then.
I'll text you, okay? Come on, sit down.
Futama's gonna get flung up.
Futama, there's a bridge.
Futama's gonna have a gamer moment on the bridge.
Yossi says, shoot, that's a great point. Why, thank you. Sometimes my mad ramblings make sense.
You taught me to keep my head up, didn't you?
I guess working up, or...
Told you I was coming with you.
Hello, Samire. Bye, Samire.
Oh, thanks, Morgana. Now I have to explain to my parents that we've adopted a cat.
Also, I forget, is nuclear in P1, Nick?
Yes, it is.
Was it? Yes, it was. Yeah.
Was it called nuclear or was it just called blast? I know Persona
Well, there were
2
three
calls...
variations.
Well,
there
there's
was
Frey, isn't there?
Yeah,
but I'm not sure if that counts
nuclear,
as blast damage or not.
I'll get the friggin' chart.
Because I know in Persona 2, like normal, what would usually be almighty spells were called blast damage, and there were a different set of almighty spells instead.
Yeah, let me.
By Shiki from The World Ends With You. Are they voiced by the same person?
No idea. That'd be kind of cool.
Wait, who is?
Apparently, Sumeria is voiced by a character from The World Ends With You.
I have no idea. Okay, yeah. So P1 has four, which consist of electricity, nuclear, blast, and gravity.
I see.
Anyways, this is the best credits theme in the series.
But yes, we're all done. Finally, thank God. Yeah. So, right now, very quickly, every one of us here will just give our final thoughts on P5R in general, just what we think of it, just very brief stuff. But as I said earlier, if you all in the live chat want to give your thoughts too, please feel free to do so. But I would very much appreciate it if you could keep within the character limit for the comments, just so we're not reading like tons of pages on Persona 5 Royal and someone's opinions. So yeah, let's give other people a chance. So if we just basically go in order of our channel name. So Jude, if you want to basically give your thoughts first, and then we'll go to Osiak, then Nam, and then I shall go
Our
last.
thoughts on the game in general, or just the ending? Or...
Well, either's fine.
I really like it. But for me, Persona 5 Royal is probably my favorite I would say better than vanilla in many ways. I know it's flawed in some aspects, but I think overall the improvements made it just that little bit better than vanilla. And as for the ending specifically, it is definitely a more somber one. It's not as happy-go-lucky as the vanilla one. And it depends kind of what mood you're in as to whether or not you like it more or less. I would say there is a bit that we haven't seen yet that is coming that does make me love it a lot, but I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. I feel like it's just a little bit better. It feels more real, I guess, is what I would end it on.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So Osiak, if we go to you real quick, then.
So I think I need to limit my words so we're not sitting here for like 12 hours. So to put it as simply as possible, this is my favorite work of fiction, just period. I like it a lot, if that's not apparent. I think the gameplay changes in Royal are friggin' great, and I get why people take issue with them. I think they're wrong. I don't care if the game's easier. It's significantly more fun than it was in vanilla. I think third semester is a friggin' masterpiece. The game does have issues, but they're so few in number to me with how many fundamentally great things are in this game that it cannot put a dent in my enjoyment.
Awesome.
So yeah, friggin' woo.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We'll move on to Nam then with his final thoughts.
Game's fucking awful. Okay, so Persona 5 is probably one of the best experiences I've had with any game, but I think it might be a bit too long for its own good. It has so much to it. There is like a fuckload of content. There's a lot of great moments in the story. The characters are very real, very grounded, which for a fantastical premise like this is something that you probably wouldn't immediately expect. And I like how, I guess, human it is. It is definitely like kind of like a vertical slice of the real world, and it uses that to its advantage to talk about actual real world issues and to relate it back to its target audience, which is definitely like people in their adolescence kind of growing up.
Awesome.
It has that same, what I like about P4, huge focus on the concepts of identity and purpose and like finding your place in the world, but it's different enough to keep it fresh. But it's not something I really like to play through often, because in Royal specifically, certain changes were made that make the experience easier, and I don't think just making a game hard makes it necessarily good, nor do I think that making a game easy is necessarily bad, but there is a certain point where it becomes not really that engaging to play anymore, and you're mostly just sticking it
monotonous.
to, yeah, like pretty much something for like the ride.
Well, that's all. Those are all fair points. And yeah, I guess that leaves me then. But yeah, I really friggin' love this game to death. I've played it quite a number of times now, and I'm willing to talk about it for hours. But this is the thing. I generally, the game is very hard to describe in words as to why it's so great. But you know, even though I am a massive fan, I do recognize some of the problems too. Like, you know, as a lot of people have said, the game is too easy, which personally never really bothered me that much, because I feel that the powerhouse fantasy you get with it is sort of part of not just Persona 5 Royal's charm, but just the entire series in general, with some exceptions, you know, like Eternal Punishment, where it's a lot harder. But But I totally get why it could be sort of off-putting to not only, you know, veterans of Persona and SFT veterans in particular, but also maybe newcomers who want a bit of a challenge. Because right now we live in an age where we have like Souls-like games and stuff that want to like really put your patience and your skills to the test. You know, I don't think Persona 5 Royal is really going to tickle their fancy that much. But you know, I know it's an entirely different game. But this is just the sort of world we live in right now. But and again, there might be some personal bias on my end too, granted, because at least with vanilla Persona 5, it came out at a time where I was not in a particularly good place, and you know, just having this game that I've not really played of its kind before, just cheer me up in such a way. It was very much appreciated, and Royal, I think, just further accentuated that, even though with this ending being you know, more somber is a bit more realistic, as I said earlier. It's like we all have to say goodbye to our friends at some point, and you know, there's always going to be that chance that we'll see him again, as we will eventually see with Strikers. But I highly recommend it to anybody who's just very much new to RPGs or JRPGs in general. And yes, it may also be a little too long for some people, which I'm willing to admit. And I think, as I said earlier, I think maybe the next mainline game does need to be a bit shorter, because there's a crap load of content. Because there's even still stuff that I'm still finding even after replaying this game so many times. So,
sorry, could I just add to that point? It is something we've talked about before. Even though it is long, it is lengthy like that, it does stay with you in a way where, Josh and I have joked about this. We call it the post-persona depression, where you feel you miss not only not the game in general, but you miss the characters, you miss the world. You want to be there more. We're at the end of the game here. And when I finished it, when Josh finished it, I know it was the same way. We ended up thinking, God, I wish there was just some more I could do. I don't want to say goodbye to these people yet. It really kind of, if it hits you at the right time, I think in your life, it really kind of integrates itself into your heart.
Yeah, and I think that's a very good.
Steals your heart.
Yes, I think that's a very good way to. I think that's a perfectly good way to end with our thoughts here. So we'll let this final cutscene play, and then we'll read out some of you. Yeah, we'll read out some of your guys' opinions.
It's the best cutscene.
Yeah, if it wants to play at some point. There we go.
Oh. Yes! I love you!
I still don't get why people like associated this part of the scene with like as sort of a teaser to Strikers.
Even though the music's completely different.
Yeah. Right. But anybody, we shall.
It looks like it's from Mystic Sage downward.
Yeah. I see it from Mysterious Gamer.
Oh
here.
yeah, Mysterious Gamer. Sorry.
Okay. So we'll read out the comments from there, and then we will sign ourselves off finally. So Mysterious Gamer, first of all, says, it was a fun game, changed the way I viewed the world. And the Mystic Sage also says, the game just solidifies why this is one of, if not my favorite video games of all time. All of the improvements felt natural, and the characters are amazing, especially Maruki.
I guess that's something we didn't really talk about in our final thoughts in terms of Maruki as the new final guy, the final bad guy, as it were, or antagonist.
Godlike.
Yeah, it's just it was to follow up the original game is a tough thing to do, but they just absolutely smashed out of the park with Maruki. They elevated it to a new level. He is, as I think Oziak said, is your favorite antagonist in anything, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, 'cause something I like about him a lot is a lot of people complained with P5 about none of the character, like the antagonist specifically being, I guess, like personable. Like they didn't have justified motivations that you could see, which I think was kind of the point. Not every villain needs to be super deep or like have complex, understandable motives for them to be a good villain. With that said, I think with the main story of P5 done, they did have the freedom to explore this for third semester. And with that said, I think they did a fantastic job actually giving a really strong moral dilemma about that. Because it's already one thing throughout P5 kind of establishing if what the Fan of Thieves are doing is actually right and justified even with the terrible things the other people are doing, which the answer they do usually come to is yes. But when you get to someone like Maruki, who does have a genuine interest in helping people, at least he believes he does, and is not a bad guy, it's a much more compelling narrative, and he ends up being one of, if not the best character in the series as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and we'll move on for that. Al Siduk says, Oziak going to make an essay about how Morgana being good, and people that dislike him are wrong. Deary me.
My time will come.
Ezra Humphrey says, I love Persona 5 Royal. The ending is the only thing I didn't like. Oops, I just lost it there. Was your friends didn't drive you. Also, I wish they confirmed if Akechi is alive or dead. Other than that, a modern-day RPG masterpiece.
I'd say it's pretty solid evidence.
Yeah.
That Akechi's like, who else dresses like that?
Yeah, it's like, unless, you know, there's some big Akechi fan out there, then, yeah, I don't see how else that couldn't be Akechi.
My headcanon is that Joker's hallucinating.
Yeah.
Just makes it much simpler.
C-Knight93 says, Royal is my favorite Persona game, but the ending is kind of hit and miss with a change from OG Persona 5's Keep Rebelling to Royal's Keep Moving Forward. I think as Jude said, it was like sort of different situations, really. And different bits of context that sort of define the endings a bit.
And you know, kind of what point you are in your life, where you are mentally as well, plays a big part into which one's your favorite. You know, sometimes you just want that happy ending, and for that you want to have maybe the vanilla ending, but sometimes you're in that kind of mood where you're just like, yeah, maybe not everything's perfect, but at the end of the day, you know, keep moving on. And that's what the royal ending's for. You know, it just kind of hits different depending on what day it gets you on. Really.
And Stylish Substance says, this game was a great game. Glad that I played it and needed it right now, really, and got me to try and stop running away from issues. And even with the difficulty being easy, my love for this game is irreplaceable. Yeah, like some very good feelings there. Very nice. Yep. And Outside X says never play 10 out of 10. Yeah. I think you could even have a good time just watching this, really, just for the story alone.
I would hope so. We've been streaming it for a while.
Yes. Ulysses says, P5R is an amazing game, although I will always be more partial to Persona 4 Golden, since it was my first. P5R made the combat even more enjoyable. The series reminds me not to take things in life for granted. I think, yeah, both P5R and Persona 4 Golden both do that pretty darn well. And, you know, this is kind of the other thing as well, in regards to which one's your favorite Persona, which one's your first. But Persona 4 Golden, pretty solid choice as well, to make that your favorite. No issues with that. And Mystic Sage says also the soundtrack is godly. Yes, very much so.
The best soundtrack of any Persona, I would say.
It's one of the best soundtracks in any game I've heard. Period.
Yeah.
Yep. Mufario Kyle Mudiwa. Again, I apologize if I completely butchered that name. It's a fantastic game. I really love the cast's friendship. I love the story and how the gameplay and all the events are portrayed. It is really nice to see such love in a game. Yeah, that was something I did completely forgot to mention in my final thoughts. I really love the chemistry between the Vance and Thieves. I still think it's probably the best in the series. The investigation team in Persona 4 coming really, really damn close. Like just by a margin. But I know some will disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. Yep, and Alcidic says, I don't know, sounds like post-game depression with extra steps to me. And Pancake John says, Ulysses, instead of Substance saying Persona depression is real and attacked me more than once.
After every single game.
After every single
time.
Game, yep.
4 and 3. I was expecting by the end of 3 I would be like, no, I'm done. I'm okay. I don't want to play anything else. And then it was when the Nick stuff starts coming in, you're just like, damn it.
And yeah, Pinkle also says, who dresses like that? To be fair, it is a school uniform in regards to Akechi. For all we know, he probably doesn't even go to school.
Yeah, is it actually the school uniform?
He does go to
too
school.
Busy being dead.
Because I'm pretty sure where Makoto goes at one point, and she talks to Akechi at a school. I'm pretty sure that's his school.
Yeah, no, and then he calls her a loser, and she cries.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Did the characters in the background of that have the same uniform?
Right.
Without the jacket, I think it was in the summer though.
Yeah.
So he was just wearing his shirt and pants.
Well, yeah, no worries about the green dots, T93. I think we're just about ready to finally end this because we are at 3 hours, which is probably the longest we've gone on for since the very first part. And I'm sure we're all very, very tired and want to close things off. But everybody, thank you so much for coming into these streams. It's been an absolute blast going through this and playing this game in a whole different way. It was just really cool to see that this game has so many different ways of playing it. And in fact, I love playing it this way so much with Arsene only that I think next time I play this game, I might just do a Pixie only run and see how that goes. Yeah, I think that might be pretty fun. But yeah, at some point we will do a Persona 4 and 3 Let's Play as well, but that's not going to be until the very far future, because I think we're all pretty much sick of Persona for now, at least me and Jude. I think we're done with it for now. But yes, we're going to give ourselves a 2-week break before we move on to our next Let's Play with the first part. And by popular votes, it's a level 1 Proud Mode run of Kingdom Hearts 1 for the PS2. But I'll be playing the PS4 version with Final Mix. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going into it sort of blind. So yeah, I'll expect a lot of rage. And as for our first co-op stream the week afterwards, Jude and I will be playing Cuphead. Just to get Jude more involved and do more than just, commentating with me and chatting and going through the comments and such. But yes, and with all that said and done, I would like to thank Jude, aka Atama Workshop, for coming with me through most of the streams and just helping me just commentate on the game and just going through the comments, as was said. Very much appreciated. And I also want to thank my 2 co-hosts, Nam's Compendium and Oziak. Please do go subscribe to them. And for one last time, gentlemen, do you want to quickly plug your channels in before we sign off?
I have a very long Persona 5 video that you can watch, and I think it's pretty good, to be honest.
Me too.
Aside from that, I'm currently working on Kingdom Hearts 2 video. It's gonna be about 50 minutes or something. I just finished the script last night. I'm gonna do the voiceover stuff pretty much right when I leave. So stay tuned for that if you're interested.
Cool.
I've been working on a P1 video for, I think, the majority of the time I've been doing YouTube, and it's very close to being finished. I'm getting there, which I've been saying for a while, but I'm at the end stretch. So hopefully that'll release soon, hopefully within the next couple weeks. But yeah, you can just find me at Oziak on YouTube, and yeah, watch my stuff, or don't. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Jude, have you got anything going on for one last time?
If anybody's into Star Wars, I've just been posting this past couple days. I've been working on a Mandalorian helmet, and I've been posting about that. I just did the silver on it today, and it's all nice and shiny and beautiful and sitting up on my shelf. And I'm afraid to touch it because I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, it's as Ulysses has just jokingly said, I do talk about my custom-made evoker a lot, if anybody's interested in evokers. I am kind of sort of slowing down at the moment because I will be kind of stepping away from commissions anyway. I see Mystic Say says I need to subscribe to Jude's channel. I am more active on my socials like Facebook or Instagram. I don't post videos very often on YouTube. It's only when when the mood strikes me and I can motivate myself enough to film everything, because it always does slow things down immensely. So if you are interested in cosplay or anything prop related, come follow me over on Instagram or Facebook. It is much appreciated.
Okie dokie. Awesome. So we'll read out the rest of these comments, and then we will finally close this stream. Ulysses, for starters, says, thank you, Josh, Jude, and all the other guests for your time. It was a pleasure tuning in on Sundays, and I can't wait to see you the next stream. Hope we'll be able to see more Atlas titles. We will do, just not 13 Sentinels.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about Catherine for...
Yeah, we've also talked about Catherine Full Body as well, and doing that at some point, and going through the true ending. I think there's going to be a lot of rage, in particular for the true ending. But yes, that'll be in the future at the very least. Yes, sorry, Alcide, I missed you for the Demi-Fiend run of, I guess, Nocturne. We should probably do an SMT game at some point, but there's not quite as much story there to go through as much as the gameplay. And yeah, Ulysses also. Yeah, you already read that, the Evoker one. My bad. And Stylish Substance says, "Well, it's been fun going on this journey, all of you. Until next time, people. Even you, Jude." Rude. But appreciate you all coming in anyway, and including you, Stylish Substance. And Al Sidek also says, "Y'all looking good. See ya. See you later." All right. And with all that done. Thank you very much, everybody. See you later, and we'll see you in a couple weeks for Kingdom Hearts.